getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball. And what's good, everybody? Glad to have you guys in the stream, being a part here of the channel tonight. Happy Friday night with a huge game number 2 going down, Eastern Conference Finals. Miami Heat taking on the Boston Celtics up in Boston for this matchup at the TD Garden. Heat took game number 1 in the series, came from behind and won 123-116 on Wednesday night. Celtics led as many by 13 points. Once again, the Celtics choked on a big one. Nothing new there for Boston. The 16th double-digit blown lead of the season. The third double-digit blown lead of either 12 or 13 points in this entire playoffs by Boston. Celtics needing to bounce back, looking to bounce back, really need to win this game, because Miami 5-0 on their home floor, where games number 3 and 4 will take place. The Heat 3-0 in game number 1, though they're 0-2 in game 2. Leading opportunity tonight for the Celtics, looking to capitalize. Boston 2-0 in the playoffs in game number 2. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. Let's go, everybody. Rocky Lifestyle, Warren, Virgilio, Daniel, Randy, Ice maybe, Mario, welcome back in, everybody. Raphael, Daniel, glad to have you guys join on, be a part here in the stream. Celtics really need to take this one for today. Just a brutal third quarter, which gave the game away to Miami on Wednesday night. Celtics looked great to start off. Second quarter, Celtics looked amazing as they outscored the Heat 36-30 in the second quarter. Boston led by 9 at halftime, 66-57, and then they just got completely out-hustled. Miami took up the physicality a ton. The Celtics, like they said in the post game, they played it like a regular season game. Gotta wake up. This is the Eastern Conference Finals now for Boston, as they just got completely out-hustled, out-coached by a landslide, kept on turning over the basketball, which was an absolute disaster. Jason Tatum had 3 turnovers in the final 5 minutes, didn't even attempt a single shot from the floor in the fourth quarter for Tatum, who had 51 before that game in the Game 7 against Philly. Celtics looking to do it once again. Last year they did it. Game 1 they lost 118-107. Deja Vu also blew a double-digit lead last year in Game 1 of this series. Game number 2 able to bounce back. They won by 25, 127-102. Looking to bounce back in a big way tonight in Game 2 tonight. JDC, Charlisa, Vernon on the stream. Aiton, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Being a part here of the channel. Glad to have everybody back in here. Being a part in the stream tonight here. Number 1 for Celtics. Big adjustment here. You got to play defense. Got to play defense. Celtics allowed the last place scoring team in the regular season, Miami, ranked in points per game, also 25th in offensive efficiency, to score 123 points. Nothing new. The Celtics defense has been getting ripped to shreds all throughout the playoffs. And in that third quarter, the Celtics allowed Miami to shoot the ball 65% from the floor, 9 for 16 from three-point range in the second half at 56% from the perimeter. This Heat squad last year, they were the number 1 perimeter shooting team. That number dropped back to number 27 this season in the regular season for Miami. And the Celtics, the record doesn't lie. 0-6 record when Boston's allowed opponents to 115 points or greater. Or 2-6 record when they've allowed opponents to 115 points or greater. The only 2 wins came in the Hawks series that they won in shootout games against Atlanta back in the early portion of that series. Miami, they shot the ball 16 for 31 from three-point range. That's just under 52% from the perimeter. Just, you got to limit the threes for Boston. Too many switch defensive switches leading to wide open threes with space out on the floor. That's what just really torched them, is that they were switching way too much defensively, giving the Heat a ton of space out on the court. You got to limit these guys. Just like I said in the last series, DeAnthony Melton, Daniel House for Philadelphia, James Harden had those 2 40-plus point games. You got to limit those guys, and here's the role players stepping up for the Heat. 15, 15, 15, 15. Caleb Martin, Kyle Lowry, Gabe Vincent, Max Strus all made 3 threes each, 15 points each. That is way too much. All 4 of those players averaging anywhere from 10 to 11 points in the playoffs. and they gave up 15 each to all 4 of those guys in the game. It seems like a lot of people remember Kyle Lowry specifically because he didn't do much in the second half, but he kept the Heat in it in the second quarter. He was going off in the second quarter, but not much in the second half. But guys like Max Strus specifically, he was the top scorer in the fourth quarter for the Heat. He scored 11 of his 15 points total in the fourth quarter for Miami for Max Strus. You have to limit those guys to begin with because Butler and Bam, they're going to get their points. And then the question is, who else is going to score for Miami? And with that, the Celtics, they should have enough weapons to overtake that if they're able to limit them in this matchup. And got to start with a defense here. Also cut back in the turnovers as well. That's a big issue. That's why they lost to Golden State last year in the finals. Uncle Pizzle, glad to have you back in the stream. Thanks for joining in, man. We shall see in this one. He's looking for my Celtics to go down like his Lakers down to 0-2 in the series. We shall see. Tony, welcome in. Jeffrey on the stream. Thanks so much for joining in. Yeah, I saw that. Devastating today for James Brown. Yeah, I saw that from earlier today. Just devastating, man. Jim Brown. Yeah, Jim Brown passed away, age 87, today. 15 turnovers for the Celtics, 15 each by both of the teams. And Boston had 10 of those in the second half. Just 5 going into halftime. Tatum had 3 turnovers in the final 5 minutes. Jimmy Butler had 6 total steals. Yeah, gonna take care of the basketball. Just absolutely inexcusable. Late stretch of the game. A lot of just poor turnovers. Tatum didn't even see Butler on one of the plays that Butler jumped the route, intercepted it. Butler, he tried to thread Butler downhill to the rim, and Butler came up with a steal on one of the plays and just completely got out-hustled the Celtics team in the second half. They were just not ready. Whereas whatever the lead is for Boston, you cannot go into halftime too comfortable because Eric Spoelstra has done it time and time again. Double-digit comebacks. And the Heat with a record of 5-2 in the playoffs when trailing by 10 points at some part of the game. So they have a 71% winning percentage there when coming from behind by double digits. Woo Pig, glad to have you back in. Elmer, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining in. Element, welcome back in. If you guys are doing the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. I actually got my pillow up there in the corner, so that's a new addition from the last time. The Behind the Arc basketball pillow, got it above the other pillow with the basketball, so that's part of the merch site that we have with the Behind the Arc basketball pillow. Yes, I'll be streaming tomorrow and Sunday. I'll put out in the community tab my next upcoming schedule for you guys. I'm hoping to cover all the rest of the games down the stretch here. I'm hoping to. So every single playoff game. Also hoping to cover these games because a lot of people start pouring in for the pregame. So I'm hoping to do like an 8:20 pregame for every single stream. Either 8:20 for this series, probably going to do 8:25 for the Lakers Nuggets series because those games don't tip off till 8:45. This game tips off in about 4 minutes, so we tip off at 8:34 tonight. Last time the Celtics played on Friday night, they beat Philadelphia from 2 weeks ago. So last Friday night game, they beat Philadelphia. They did lose to the Hawks, though, on the Friday night in the first round. And Grant Williams, he needs to get minutes tonight because Peyton Pritchard, he played 12 minutes. He did nothing. This is supposed to be out there to give you an instant impact offensively. And Peyton Pritchard did nada in the scoring column. Shot the ball 0 for 2 from the floor. You get a block of a body, 6'9", 250 with Grant Williams sitting on the bench. What is the point? Like, the dude last year had a couple key possessions where he locked up Giannis in the playoffs. He got a good chunk of time against the Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals last season. And Grant Williams, he's just sitting on the bench right now in the playoffs. It makes 0 sense. You got to get your best defenders out on the floor to stop this Heat squad. And once the Heat were able to get Jimmy Butler on a switch with Peyton Pritchard to the baseline, it was over. It's just like, doesn't matter what type of contest it is, you contest the shot, you're too small. That's what it comes down to in that type of game. Jimmy Butler too good going up against an inexperienced, smaller defender like Peyton Pritchard. Justin on the stream, welcome in. Hopefully not tonight. Celtics got to come through to start off the weekend on a Friday night. Ralph, welcome in. Edith, Kenny, welcome back to the stream, everybody. If you're new in the channel, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Celtics, last year, game number 2, they were able to bounce back. They beat the Heat by 25, 127 to 102. After suffering a Game 1 loss in the Eastern Conference Finals, looking to do it once again here in this matchup. Really got to do so because you do not want to be the Lakers and fall down to 0-2 in the playoffs. Except the Lakers are going to be playing their next 2 games in their home floor. The Celtics will be on the road for the next 2 games against the number 8 seed in the playoffs. Jimmy Butler coming off a phenomenal game where he was the top scorer. He had 35.7 assists and 6 steals, a playoff career high. The absolute winner of Jimmy Butler. Against Jason Tatum, he did not score a single point, though. So I'm interested to see if Jason Tatum's the primary defender in this matchup. Jimmy Butler took on Jason Tatum 22 total possessions. Butler scored 0 points, shot the ball 0 for 2 from the floor. Where he hunted matchups off switches, that's where he got Malcolm Brogdon on 15 possessions. Butler scored 10 points, shot the ball 4 for 6 from the floor. And then also was able to torch defenders like Rob Williams and Peyton Pritchard in that last game. So that needs to stop right there. Rob Williams, the double big lineup, that really needs to stop as the Celtics found success from this lineup in the second quarter. It was between Malcolm Brogdon, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Al Horford, and Marcus Smart. That's where they had a 6-point advantage in that second quarter. So look out for that lineup, hopefully to be played more today. Starters look like this in the matchup. For the visiting Miami Heat, starters will be Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, Jimmy Butler, Kevin Love, and Bam Adebayo. Starters tonight. Celtics will stick with their double big lineup for starters, so Joe Mazzulla not making the adjustment I just talked about. Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, and Rob Williams still starting right now for Boston. So no adjustments here before the game by Joe Mazzulla. Thought we'd see an opportunity for either Derek White or Malcolm Brogdon back in the starting lineup, and we have not gotten that just yet, as they will stick with their double big lineup to start off this game. Celtics back with the same jerseys they had in game number 1. They go with the white uniforms, green numbers, green letters for this matchup. Heat go in the maroon jerseys for this matchup, white numbers, white letters, and we are underway. Boston controls the opening tip. Right to left on the floor for the Celtics. Tatum at the left wing. Tatum did not attempt a single shot in game 1 of the series in the fourth quarter. Smart inside a key, takes the jumper off the back rim, bounces in, good for 2 by Smart. Good start there. Marcus Smart with 10 total assists in the first half against the Heat. He only had 1 the rest of the way. 30 seconds into action, Adebayo, top plus minus in the first game of this series. Takes the jumper over Brown, swoosh. 13-footer goes down by Bam for 2. We're even 2-2. Second possession for Boston. Smart dribbles up to the low block, moves it outside to Horford, gives it over to Smart. Smart guarded by Strus, backs his way, low block. Smart inside the key, jumper over Strus. No good off the glass, too strong. Tough shot there by Smart. Defensive rebound hauled in for Miami. Bruce in the stream, AC, relaxing music. Welcome back in, everybody, tonight. Gabe Vincent drives, right hand, no good off the glass, tipped up by Bam, and we have a foul. It's going to be called on Al Horford for the first personal foul. The game clock will stop with 10:59. Andres, welcome in. Jay in the stream, welcome back in. No, I do not think Doc Rivers will come back to the Celtics. If so, that's an absolute disaster. I'd be shocked, honestly, if Doc Rivers gets another head coaching job by now. It's led to too many firings lately. He just allows the players to do whatever they want and doesn't make the proper adjustments needed. That's awesome. Coming back from Richardson Ice Cream out in Middleton there for Edith. Hope the ice cream place went well. That's awesome. Gonna have to give that a try sometime. I usually don't go up in that area. Sometimes I do go up to the North Shore with my girlfriend in the summer to go to some of the beaches, but I haven't been to Middleton ever up there. Straightaway 3 missed off the mark by Brown. Defensive rebound hauled in by Miami. Heat lead 4-2. 10:45 left to go in the first. Adebayo Hand off now to Vincent. Up fake. Drives inside the key. Kick out to the corner. Adebayo pass over to Love. Touch pass top of the key. Wide open three. It's good. Max Strus drills the three. 7-2 Miami. So much passing out on the floor. This Heat team just making the Celtics pay whenever there's space outside. That's exactly what happened there. Raymond G. Miss Boozehound. Savage. Welcome back, everybody. Mikey. Raphael. Welcome on board. Jaylen Brown at the free throw circle. Brown, turnaround, jumper, mid-range. Off the back rim, no good. Rebound control by Butler. Celtics selling for too many mid-range jumpers so far. It's costing them. Got to get to the rim. Points in the paint. They had 60 in the last game. By far outscoring the Heat. Strus down low. Floats it up, no good. Great defense there by the Celtics. Rebound control by Horford. Horford leads it up the floor. Horford at the right elbow. Bounce pass over to Brown at the baseline. Brown backs his way in the smaller Vincent. Brown underneath. No good off the rim. Couldn't finish. And the rebound controlled by Miami. Had a chance as he brought a double team at the last and couldn't get it to go. Adebayo powers his way on Rob Williams and gets fouled. So Bam will shoot two at the free throw line. 9:49 left to go. Rob Williams got torched defensively in game number 1. He was great as a lob threat. Perfect 7 for 7 with 14 points in the first game of the series. But Rob Williams, he just looked completely lost on the defensive side in game number 1. 2 shots here at the free throw line by Adebayo. First one's good. Rough start for Boston. 8-2. Celtics limited right now, shooting the ball just 1 for 5 from the floor to start off. Heat 2 for 3 as a team with 2 trips to the free throw line, where they're 3 of 3 right now. Second shot is good by Adebayo. Heat by 7. 9:45 left to go in the first. Tatum will bring it up the floor. Tatum dribbles past the midcourt logo. Tatum dribbles, drives right down the lane inside. He scores left hand up and in off the backboard. Jason Tatum takes it a distance. That's exactly what you got to do. Got to get right to the rim against this Heat squad because the rim protection might not be there. In that case, certainly wasn't there in that play, and it gets intercepted in the key by Rob Williams. Celtics come up with a steal. The Time Lord able to jump the route. Bad pass by Gabe Vincent. Tatum on the outside. Crossover defended by Bam. Tatum inside the key. And a reach-in foul picked up by Adebayo. Clock will stop with around 9 minutes. Melinda, thanks for joining in. Appreciate it here for being a part of the stream. Sherry Berry, welcome back in. If you're new in the channel, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. 9:15 remaining in the first. Celtics looking for something. Tatum, double team, bounce pass to his right. Smart, skip pass, left corner, open three. Horford, no good, missed off the back rim. Rebound controlled by Miami. Heat will bring it up the floor with Butler. Butler, 15 on the shot clock, guarded by Rob Williams to the right wing. Butler takes the three, blocked by Rob Williams, and the Celtics come up with the basketball. Rob Williams back-to-back, huge defensive plays, a steal on the block. Brown dribbles up to the left corner, moves it outside to Tatum. Tatum, top of the key. Tatum, crossover, left wing, step back three in the air. He's got it. Jason Tatum right through the shoot, drills the three. It's a 2-point game. There we go. Great start here for Tatum. Scored a layup, got the three. He's got 5 now. Perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. This could be a classic Jason Tatum 40-plus point night. Butler. Off to Adebayo now at the right baseline. Bam. Dribbles inside on Horford. He circles around. Gets past Horford. No good. Tip-in is there by Butler though. Celtics getting out-hustled on the glass by Jimmy Butler. The absolute ultimate winner. 8:10 remaining. Celtics got a box out. That was a major issue in the last game. Celtics down by 4. Tatum moves over to Brown. Brown, jumper at the free throw circle. Missed off the rim, and Rob Williams couldn't box out. Another defensive rebound hauled in for the Heat. Rob Williams had an open opportunity for the rebound and couldn't come down with it. Butler at the free throw circle. Butler guarded by Rob Williams. Step back jumper, deep 2. Skipped around, no good. Tatum collects the defensive rebound. That's how you box out right there. Tatum having perfect position on the glass. Tatum dribbles, drives, lost the handle. Oh, he turns it over. And the Celtics pick up a foul as well. Reach in at midcourt as the clock will stop. Jason Tatum, first turnover of the game. He had 3 in the final 5 minutes on Wednesday night. Tyler Hero is still out, so Tyler Hero is still not playing. Rob Williams will substitute out of the game, and now the Celtics will not have their double big lineup anymore. They will go with Derek White on the floor for the first time tonight. So we'll see if this adjustment can help out the Celtics. I think the big key here that you have to take advantage is whatever Bam Adebayo substitutes out. When Cody Zeller comes on the floor, you have to take advantage when that happens. Adebayo in right now, right-handed hook, missed off the front rim, no good. Tipped off the glass, missed by Kevin Love. Rebound control by Smart. Smart, kick out to the wing, open three. White, no good, too strong. The rebound control for Miami. Slow start for Boston right now. 7:10 remaining in the first. Celtics shooting the ball on a measly 30% from the floor, 3 for 10 shooting. Butler at the right baseline. Bounce pass off the roll down. Adebayo underneath, and he scores. Good for 2. Celtics forget to defend the pick and roll. Heat lead by 6. Under 7 minutes left to go in the first. Tatum takes the pass midcourt. Moves it over to Horford, top of the key. Pass out to his right. Jaylen Brown had an opening. Now guarded by Bam. On top, over to Horford. Outside, it goes to Tatum. Tatum towards his right, double team. Tatum, bounce pass. Horford wide open. Scores in the layup up and then off the backboard. Great job off the roll down right there by Big Al Horford. It's a 4-point game. 6.5 left to go in the first. Heat with a possession. Butler guarded at the left wing perimeter by Tatum. Now switch defended by Jaylen Brown. Top of the key for Butler. Butler towards his right. Passes right corner. Open 3. Gabe Vincent. Off the rim. No good. Offensive rebound. Love. And a foul committed here. I believe it's by Boston. On the rebound, the clock will stop with 6:16. Jaylen Brown called in a loose ball foul. And one personal foul each now by Tatum, Horford, Rob Williams, and Jaylen Brown. So we take the first time out of the night here. 6:16 left to go in the first. Slow start for the Celtics right now. Boston, low percentage, just 4 for 11 from the floor currently. Jason Tatum leads the way with 5, but just 1 for 4 from the perimeter. If you guys are new to the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. Glad to have everybody back in once again tonight. Bradley, welcome back in, man. Alan on the stream, welcome in. Glad to have you back in from the Philippines. Vegas, welcome back in. Yep, they get the Taylor Swift concert at Gillette. Tonight, tomorrow night, and Sunday. Oh, man, absolutely packed. So the Celtics game tonight, Taylor Swift concert at Gillette, and then I also heard there's a concert tonight at the Xfinity Center, too. So, we'll see here. Sometime during this game, we'll have our little mascot pop up once again. Little mascot was quite active past midnight last night. Glad to have the little mascot with us today. Being active once again. Not as active as last night, though. Yeah, the Celtics still switching defensively on players. And that's what the issue was on the last game. Just so much space out on those defensive switches. So far, it's just been containing the low post in this game. 6 points by Bam Adebayo. 2 for 4 from the floor. Jimmy Butler's got 2. 3 by Max Strus. 2 by Gabe Vincent. Jaylen Brown off to a tough start so far today. Jaylen Brown, no point, 0 for 3 shooting so far for JB in this matchup. We'll see. Yeah, sometime she'll be back in, Mario. Resty, welcome back in. Andre, glad to have you back in from TNT. We've got 200 plus watching. If you're new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, and ring the notification bell as well. Right now is we're on the timeouts. Right now, Miami leading the glass, +5. Gotta start boxing out, getting rebounds. The Heat 2-0 in the offensive rebounds, 9-4 in the total rebounds in this game. Bam Adebayo, top plus minus in game number 1 of the series. Not much talked about him in the first game, but he has been excellent. Looked like the Celtics were too scared to drive in the first game, especially late on in the game against Adebayo. He had 20 points and 8 rebounds, 9 for 13 shooting, plus 18 on the floor during the game. BD, thanks for joining in. Glad to have you back in. Porter, welcome back in, man. It's all going to depend if these role players step up for Miami or not. That's what I talked about in the pregame. Celtics have to eliminate the production out of guys like Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, Kyle Lowry, and Caleb Martin. Two of those guys come off the bench with Martin and Lowry. All four of those guys I just mentioned, Strus, Martin, Lowry, Vincent, all had 15 points, made 3 threes each in game number 1 of the series. We come back to action here. 6:16 left to go in the first. Miami gets the inbound. Adebayo on the floor with Butler, Kevin Love, Gabe Vincent, and Max Strus. So they have their starting 5 out on the floor. Currently approaching the 6-minute mark remaining in the first. Strus takes the 3 left wing over Brown. Got it. That's a big-time 3 right there by Max Strus. 16-9 Heat lead. Tough contested shot as well. That's an elite level shot right there over JB. Horford hands it off to Brown, top of the key. Brown dribbles inside the paint. Brown with the left hand missed the layup. Tough game so far for Jaylen Brown. He's now 0 for 4 shooting. Derek, Sister Surround, welcome back in, everybody. Thanks for joining in again. Strus takes the 3. That is well off the mark, and the rebound collected by Smart. Smart up the floor. Smart dribbles inside the key. Smart kick out, right corner. Horford up fake. Horford gives it over to the right wing. Smart back outside. Smart moves it over to Tatum. Tatum shovels it out left wing. Catching fire. 3. Derek White rips it through. That's good for the triple by D. White as the Celtics pull within 4. Jason Tatum, great assist right there. Cross court. Great job off the catch by Derek White. Great to see signs of life now for Boston. Heat with a possession. Max Strus. Guarded at the left wing. Bounce pass off the roll down. Adebayo stripped into the hands of Butler, though. Butler jumper. Right place, right time. Connects on it. Under 5 minutes remaining in the first. Celtics up the floor with Smart. Smart moves it over to Brown. Brown. Step back jumper. Deep 2. Drills it. Big time J right there for JB. Finally gets on the board. Great pace so far in this game right now. I remember the first quarter it was going back and forth, back and forth. We had like 15 total lead changes till the Celtics went up at halftime in game number 1. Butler drives inside the key on the White, and he scores up and in off the backboard. 20-14 right now. It's been tough to contain Jimmy Butler down low in this one. Brown floats up the shot, missed off the mark. Had a pretty good look right there from point-blank range and couldn't convert on it. Approaching the 4-minute mark left to go in the first. Butler has it at the right wing, defended by White. 12 in the shot clock for Butler. Butler dribbles up to the right elbow, now to the right block. Butler guarded by White one-on-one. White doing a great job sticking with him. Step back jumper over White, no good. Over the rim, rebound control by Smart. Great defense right there by Jimmy White. Clamped over Jimmy Butler. Kick out, quarter 3. Jaylen Brown couldn't convert. Celtics right now settling for tough looks, and they keep on missing. Heat with the ball. 3:40 left to go in the first. Adebayo backs his way to the left elbow. He's guarded by Horford. Crossover, down low, bam. And a whistle. Clock will stop with 3:36 remaining. And that was called on the Heat for a timeout. So Miami taking a timeout on the floor right now. 3:36 left to go in the first. Celtics, slow start offensively in this game right now. A lot of tough looks, and they keep on bricking them. Wow, so 200,000 in Gillette. Wow. Because I know they got like a capacity for 68,000 for football, but yeah, it gets opened up a ton more for concert venue because you got all the seats for the concert venue, I believe. Plus you have on field seats too. So there is on field seats. Yeah, I'll look and see how many people is supposed to be in like attendance for that concert tonight. There's been people waiting in line for days before the show. Like there were people lined up on like Tuesday and Wednesday. Looks like this article was posted. Family of 4 pays $21,000 for last-minute tickets to Taylor Swift at Gillette. That's crazy. Wow, yeah, it says nearly 2,000 fans, according to this article by WBZ in Boston. Nearly 2,000 fans total are expected. Well, she has 3 total shows. So, I'm from Massachusetts. I'm from Southeast Mass, by the way. So, like, closer to Providence. So that's 2,000... Yeah, 200,000 fans. So 200,000 fans win in a span of 3 days. So that equates to the population of Gillette, 66,000 for capacity seating, which Gillette has around 60. I believe it's 68,000 where it is. Jamie, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Hey, glad to have you in the stream. Melinda out in North Reading today. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining in. I'm on the opposite side of the state. So I'm closer to Providence, where I'm from, out in Bristol County, Mass. Yeah, Denver looking good so far. Nuggets up 2-0 in the series. Looks like this could be it for LeBron. Last game on the decline right there. Not looking so hot for LeBron from yesterday. From India, Tim Burrow, welcome back in. Rough start for the Celtics. They're -6 right now in the glass. Just haven't been able to convert on their shots, and they're getting out-rebounded, so they really need to start hustling in both of those categories. Rye Dog, Cody, welcome back in, guys. Boston looking to bounce back tonight. Slow start here, but doesn't matter. Still got a long way to go, and it's all about how you finish in this game. So we get back to action. Heat have the basketball. Max Strus on the floor with Cody Zeller, Caleb Martin, Kyle Lowry, and Jimmy Butler. This is the time right now. Cody Zeller is on the floor. When this happened, he was a -6 in game number 1. This is where the Celtics have to cook and chip into their 6-point deficit. Derek White dribbles up to the left wing. White moves it on top over to Brogdon. Brogdon takes the 3 straight away. Off the front, no good. Rebound collected by Butler. 5 on the floor currently for Boston. Brogdon, White, Tatum, Rob Williams, and Grant Williams getting some playing time right now. So Grant Williams in the game as they made that adjustment. They had 12 minutes of Peyton Pritchard in game number 1. Did nothing as he shot the ball 0 for 2 with no points from the floor. Tough shot. It's good. At the baseline, Caleb Martin contested J over Malcolm Brogdon, makes the 2. Lionheart, welcome back in. Thanks for joining in. 2.5 left to go in the first. Pass deflected and Tatum turns it over. Near side of the floor, second turnover of the game by Tatum. Celtics with 2 total turnovers, both of them by Tatum so far. Heat with a possession. Top of the key, Kyle Lowry. Lowry drives downhill on Rob Williams. Lowry up fake, swings it outside on Martin. Martin with space, jab step, moves it out to his left. Up fake, Lowry drives inside on Tatum. Lowry, and called in the travel. So Kyle Lowry right there, moving the pivot foot. That's a turnover for the Heat, and it will go right back over to the Celtics. 2:15 remaining in the first. Celtics need to start capitalizing. Tatum will take it up the floor. Nobody's really been able to break out in this game. Jason Tatum top scorer with 5. Bounce pass over to White. White made a 3 to number 2 score behind Tatum. Brogdon swings it out to the side to Tatum. Tatum up fake at the wing. Tatum step back jumper. No good. Airballed it. A right place, right time. Rob Williams passes over to a cutter. Tatum, he scores up and it off the backboard. Disaster of a possession right there, but Boston still able to manage to get points on the board somehow, some way. They'll take it. Rob Williams bails out Jason Tatum in that possession. 1:35 left to go. Jason Tatum in that last shot looked like the James Harden special. Butler, guarded by White. Dribbles up, drives downhill to the rim, blocked by White. Celtics come out with a basketball. White denies Butler. Here goes Tatum, head full of speed right to the rim. Tatum no good. Putback's there though. Grant Williams, baby, scores in the putback. Grant Williams, bench points for Boston. Big putback right there off the Tatum miss. Lowry circles around inside the key. Kyle Lowry, poke loose. Brogdon collects the steal. Here goes Brogdon up the floor. Brogdon takes the 3. Off the back from no good. Tatum with offensive rebound. Outside, Grant Williams takes the 3. And a foul. Love the hustle right now by Grant Williams on the floor. Max Strus, the one who picks up the personal foul. And this was... So this is going to be an inbound coming up. So not on the shot, an inbound coming up for Boston. Celtics trying to crawl themselves right back into this game. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Pass down low. Rob Williams throws it down. Two-handed flush. Malcolm Brogdon with an assist. It's a 2-point game. 55 seconds left to go. Celtics draw a win in 2 now. Heat with a possession. Kyle Lowry. Celtics were trailing by 7, and exactly what I said. You had to cut into the deficit when Cody Zeller is on the floor, and he has done that right now. Zeller missed from point-blank range, tipped at the rim, and it goes and gets tipped in for 2. That's counted for a bucket there by Zeller. 4-point lead for the Heat. Tatum at the left wing, guarded by Martin. Tatum, step back 3 in the air. He sinks it. Jason Tatum, bang, bang, drops it through. It's a 1-point game. 25 seconds left to go. Jason Tatum, first one to double figures tonight. In this game, he's got 10. Where he struggled a couple of times with the turnovers, he has made up for it completely in the scoring column tonight. 4 for 6 from the floor, 2 for 3 from downtown by Tatum. Duncan Robinson fade away. Off the back rim, no good. A rebound control by Tatum onto the pack, and we've got 2 players crashing into each other here. This will stay Celtics basketball with 6.2 seconds. Caleb Martin picks up the foul. And this puts Boston in the bonus now. The Celtics go in the bonus as well. And a chance to tie it up at the free throw line or take the lead here by Tatum. Tatum with 2 free throws. Celtics have trailed this entire first quarter. Jason Tatum with 30 points game 1 against the Heat makes the first one. Tatum making up for it as he did not attempt a single shot in the fourth quarter in game number 1. Tatum will have a second free throw. 6 seconds left to go in the first. Second free throw right down the middle. Great game so far for Jason Tatum. Crawling out of his shell that he did not attempt a single shot in game number 1. We get the mascot coming up after the end of this quarter. 2 seconds left to go. Lowry floats up the runner. No good. Halfway down, rattled out when we close out at the end of 1. And guess what? The Celtics have the lead. 25-24. Exactly what I said they needed to do. Cody Zeller on the floor. They took advantage. Cody Zeller -5. Kyle Lowry -7 in the plus-minus category as we close out through the end of the first. Jason Tatum, the top scorer in the game. For Tatum, he's got 12. Everybody else needs to step up for Boston because this is not a one-man game. Everybody else for the Celtics has 3 or 2 right now. Derek White made a 3. And the Celtics have 5 other players who have scored 2 points right now. So if you guys are doing the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe here. And Jason Tatum came out of his shell as he was a no-show throughout that Philadelphia series in the first quarter specifically until he came completely out of his shell, dropped down 51 in game number 7. Here's our little mascot who is out of our shell tonight as we welcome back Mr. Tops to the channel, my tortoise. So here he is. Here's the little guy, Celtics mascot for these streams. And welcome in Mr. Tops onto the channel. It's a nice tortoise. He's going to turn 8 years old coming up next month. Cannot believe it. Born in 2015 at the end of June. Wow, so Villanova about to outbid Providence for Lance Ware. Yeah, wow. Doesn't shock me there. Luis in the stream, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Celtics really going to get other players to step up. It was a tough first quarter for Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown just 1 for 7 shooting from the floor with just 2 total points. For the Heat right now, top scores between Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. Both of those guys with 6 each. So the Celtics doing a great job limiting the majority of the Heat players, Max Strus does have 6 himself, though. So Strus has made 2 threes. Gotta give credit to Strus because both of the threes he made were, like, elite. Contested hand in the face over Jaylen Brown, knocking down the 3 for him. So he's got 6 as well. So they got a trio with 6 points each with a trio right now. But big props to the Celtics here, stepping up big time defensively, holding the Heat to just 24 points in the first quarter. But yeah, still got 3 more quarters left to go. You have to sustain it for the full 48. That's the big key. And Boston doing a better job lately on the glass. They were, I think, -7 at one point on the glass. Now they're back to -3. 16-13 Heat on the rebounds currently. But it was a disaster starting off this game. That was the roughest point of this game. The Heat led at 1 point, 9-2 to start off this game, and a lot of people put in the chat here immediately because I was sensing it myself. Joe Mazzola, man, you got to burn a timeout. And luckily for Boston, they were able to respond, crawl themselves out of the 9-2 deficit, and now they have a 1 point lead starting off the second quarter. Aaron, welcome back in. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, so he can roll over its back. But once he's toppled over, because that's something that happened quite recently, he has to manage to get himself back up. Sometimes he's able to have strength to get himself back up, but sometimes he isn't. So that's the problem. So if he ever flips over, we end up taking him on a lot of vacations that we go to because we can't leave him at home in case he flips over and doesn't have enough strength to get back up. Turnover to start off the second quarter. So Bam Adebayo got stripped, lost off his foot and out of bounds. Celtics have it. Boston by 1. Tatum at the left wing perimeter. Tatum dribbles towards his right top of the key. Tatum, 1-on-1, guarded by Lowry. Bounce pass in the middle. Grant Williams, kick out left corner. Catch and fire 3. Derek White, he drills it. Celtics lead by 4. Derek White with 6 points. 2 made threes. Boston comes up with a steal. Brogdon takes the 3. Laser beam from downtown. He makes it. Malcolm Brogdon aboard with a made 3. 7 point lead by Boston. Celtics in a 17-2 run in the last 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Holy smokes. Gabe Vincent, step back 3 right corner. Missed off the back rim, no good. Rebound control by Boston. Tatum up the floor. Here goes Tatum at the left wing. Tatum working 1-on-1 on Vincent. Tatum backs his way to the elbow of Vincent. Tatum inside the key, leans in. It goes through, bounces in, and the Celtics up by 9. Taking advantage right now. Jimmy Butler on the bench to start off the second quarter. 19-2 run by Boston in the previous 3 minutes and 15 seconds. And a quick timeout by Eric Spoelstra. 1:14 into the second quarter. What a start for the Celtics here. 8-0 start in the first minute and 14 seconds. Gotta keep that momentum. Keep it on the gas pedal. Let's go. Looking for a big start to the weekend here on a Friday night. 33-24 Boston. Jason Tatum up to 14 points currently. He is more than doubling the number 2 scorer in this game. Butler, Adebayo, and Strus with 6. The top 3 scores for the Heat. Tatum's got 14 on 5 for 7 shooting in 13 minutes. Looking like a classic 40-point game for Tatum tonight. 6 by Derek White coming out as of late. 2 big-time threes by Derek White and Malcolm Brogdon. Made a 3 himself. Celtics playing 8 players, all 8 players scoring at least 1 shot from the floor. Balance all around the roster tonight. Celtics at one point started off the game shooting just 3 for 10. Ever since for Boston, they're now 10 of 17 shooting from the floor. Still got a long way left to go. And for head coach Eric Spoelstra, that means putting Jimmy Butler back in the game. Jimmy Butler back in the game because no lead is comfortable. This is only a 9-point lead right now. No lead is comfortable. This Celtics team has choked 16 double-digit leads by 10 or greater in the regular season. They have choked 3 double-digit leads by either 12 or 13 in the playoffs, so this is nothing new. Plus, I got to see this team cover the game on March the 5th during a stream that they choked on like a 20-plus point lead and choked big time on New York-style pizza against the Knicks. So, yeah, nothing is Nothing is new here. Still got a long way left to go. Though, if you're the Heat, you're looking to get Jimmy Butler back in the game because this run happened when Butler was on the bench. And we're looking straight at these guys. Duncan Robinson, 2 minutes. He is a minus 13 on the floor. Cody Martin, 5 minutes. He is a minus 15. Kyle Lowry, 5 minutes. He is a minus 15. But those guys doing nothing so far in this game. Kyle Lowry, Caleb Martin. That's huge for Boston, that none of the role players, besides Max Strus, you only got one out of the 4 role players able to knock down his shot starting off this game, whereas they had four role players in the last game drop down 15 each. They made the adjustment defensively, and just got to keep it up here in this game because one bad quarter cost you the game in game 1. If it wasn't for that bad quarter, you would have won for Boston here. So just got to play 48 minutes of clean, crisp basketball with Celtics pride tonight. Just keep it going and get more players involved. All 8 players have been able to score. Just keep on tacking it on. This could be a Jason Tatum 40-plus points type game that he has tonight. Jason Tatum loves the spotlight, loves Friday night games, and this could very well be that big-time Jason Tatum game tonight. Home teams that have a record of 121 wins and 28 losses in Game 2. They've won 16 straight games in the NBA playoffs in Game 2 for the home teams. Kyle Lowry at the elbow defended by Tatum, and Tatum called on the reach and foul. And that's a problem now because Jason Tatum just picked up his second personal foul. So let's see what we got here for the 5. 10:38 left to go. Heat with their 5 players on the floor. Duncan Robinson is one of them. Bam Adebayo, Caleb Martin, Kyle Lowry, and Gabe Vincent. So Jimmy Butler is still on the bench right now. Missed shot from the top by Martin. Rebound control by Tatum. Tatum playing with 2 personal fouls. Moves on top to Brogdon. Brogdon dribble drives, floats up the teardrop. He banks it. Up and in off the glass. Good for 2 by Malcolm Brogdon. 6th man of the year starting to come alive. He's got 5 off the bench. Celtics combining for 13 total bench points between White, Brogdon, and Grant Williams. And the Heat tonight with just 6 total bench points between Martin and Zeller. 10 minutes left to go. Lowry moves it out to Martin. Martin attacks inside the paint over. Rob Williams scores up and in off the backboard. Celtics with under 10 minutes left to go before halftime. They're 5 on the floor. Derek White, Rob Williams, Jason Tatum, Malcolm Brogdon, and Grant Williams. Thank you, Joe Mazzulla, for making that adjustment and playing Grant much more today in this game. Tatum, double team, bounce pass to the top over to White. White, deep range 3, straight away, rattles in. It's good, baby. Derek White makes the 3. You got starting potential right here in the future with Derek White. What a game for him tonight. 9 points, 3 made threes from the outside for White. 9.5 left to go before halftime. 12-point lead for Boston. Robinson moves over to Bam. Bounce pass to a cutter. Robinson scores up and in off the backboard. High five. Welcome on the stream. Thanks for joining in. If you're new to the channel, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Brogdon drives. Clear pathway. Oh, we got blocked by Bam. They're going to call it a goaltend now. So it's over the cylinder. Malcolm Brogdon awarded with 2 points, and Malcolm Brogdon starting to take over this game as of late for Boston. 7 points now off the bench by Brogdon. White with 9. So he made the 3 previous to that. 9 minutes left to go before halftime. Boston again up by 12. The lob goes to Adebayo. Bam. Drives inside on Grant Williams. Gets fouled. Clock will stop with 8:57. Ooh, a little bit of shoving going on right now. Duncan Robinson and Rob Williams have to get separated by the officials. Grant Williams to the backside of that as Grant Williams tripped up Bam Adebayo. So words being exchanged here between both of these teams. Bam Adebayo taking a dagger inside the key on Grant Williams. Ooh, Grant Williams bumping bodies right there with Kyle Lowry. So the referees had to get involved in it. Rob Williams a shove over to Duncan Robinson. So referees just had to separate it. No flagrants or anything, it doesn't seem like. Grant Williams still having some words right now as we see the camera on Peyton Pritchard not playing yet in this game as they've gone to the block of a body, 6'9", 250, with Grant Williams out on the floor. currently playing more minutes today in this game. Grant Williams receiving 7 total minutes. He played 0 in game number 1. First one is good at the line by Adebayo. Game number 1, Peyton Pritchard had 12 minutes that he played, didn't score, missed 2 field goals from the floor, and got constantly just ripped to shreds defensively. So they've made a big adjustment there, going from a 6-footer to a 6'9" guy on the floor. Second shot here by Bam. Free throw is good, right down the middle, 10-point lead. Brogdon on the floor with Jaylen Brown, Derek White, Grant Williams, and Rob Williams. Jason Tatum getting a breather right now. The top scorer with 14 points for Boston in 15 minutes. Brogdon sends it on top. Brown takes the 3. Off the back from too long. Tipped up, and the rebound collected by Gabe Vincent. Moves up the floor over to Butler. Butler back in the game when Tatum's not. Butler guarded by White. Butler crossover. Moves it out to the right wing over to Martin. Martin back outside of Butler. 8.5 left to go. Butler dribbles up to the free throw circle. Outside finds Martin. Martin takes the 3 with space over Rob Williams. Oh, he airballed it out of bounds. It's going to be a turnover, I believe, here by Miami. As Caleb Martin airballed the basketball. He thought that Rob Williams was going to piece it out off his fingertips, but no. Did not look like that on the replay. Clearly an airball. That's just a skyscraper of Rob Williams altering the shot with his wingspan. Celtics have it back. White, open 3 off the catch. No good, missed the back rim, and the Celtics called in the turnover as well. Back to this replay. Rob Williams, no, he did not get a fingertip on that. So he did not get a fingertip on that basketball. We have 8:10 left to go before halftime. Heat with a possession, Adebayo. Hands it off to Martin. Open 3. Drills it. Cannot let that happen. Caleb Martin takes the 3 as Rob Williams went under the screen and got burnt defensively off the Bam Adebayo pick. Derek White dribbles up to the elbow, moves on top to Brogdon. Open 3, catching fire. Missed off the rim, and a defensive rebound hauled through the pack there by Adebayo. Up the floor quickly. It goes to Vincent. No fast break points so far in this game by the Heat. Miami really just took advantage of the Celtics off the points off turnovers during the last game. That's where they really started to cook. In the last game, they had 26 total points off, 15 total Celtics turnovers. Missed shot, deflected out of bounds. And last touched, I believe, by Boston. Clock will stop with 7:24. No, we will not see Blake Griffin. He's more of a guy that just goes on bus number 1. So he's at the back of the bus with Fiadu Kabengele, Sam Hauser. Peyton Pritchard on that bus as well. That's the bus number 1 guys when they took the picture before the win in the first round against the Hawks. Handoff from Adebayo over to Robinson. Dribbles towards his right. Moves it over to Martin. Martin made a 3 a couple moments ago. Martin drives inside the paint. Martin lays it up and in. It's only a 5-point game. Caleb Martin started to get going. And that's exactly what I talked about in the pregame. Can't let these role players start to get going now as we get a ball game. Manageable right now. I've seen the Celtics blow 16 double-digit leads this season, and Derek White got it deflected out of bounds. Mountain Man, welcome in. Florencia on the stream, welcome in. Axie on the channel, welcome on board. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like tonight in this one here. Celtics or Heat. Boston with the inbound. White off the catch. Takes the 3. No good. They've gone cold as of late. Boston went on a 19-2 run to start off this quarter. At the end of the first quarter as well, that was compiled with. 3-point shot comes up, and that's good. 6 it through. Caleb Martin going off right now. Celtics got to put a stop to this. 6.5 left to go. Derek White at the left wing. Celtics once again looking like they choked on a big one. 12-point lead evaporating to 4. White dribbles, drives, dump off down low. Rob Williams backdoor. Oh, he gets the layup plus the foul. Rob Williams, great layup right there, backdoor. Derek White with assist, and the Celtics lead by 4. Quick look at Caleb Martin's numbers. He's got 12 points off the bench. That's a no-no for Boston. 12 total points off the bench with Caleb Martin. He's averaging around 11 in this playoff. So you got him already surpassing his average. And we're not even at halftime. Not even midway through the second. That's just an absolute shame. Boston not learning from their mistakes defensively in the first game. It's just been like that all season long. You got dudes like Jonathan Kuminga, Daniel House Jr. going off against the Celtics team. I think last year they had Brandon Boston Jr. go off against the Celtics team last year from the Clippers. Just ridiculous. They don't learn their lesson having these random dudes go off on them for like 20-plus points in games. Down low, driving to the hoop. Butler scores up and in off the backboard. 2-point game. 6 minutes left to go. Kick to the corner. Bobbled, and that's a turnover. Off the fingertips of Derek White. A hot tamale, and the fastball gets thrown off the fingertips out of bounds. Celtics turn it over. Celtics going to end up in the doggy crate if they keep on choking on big leads like this. Not going to look so hot right there. When you're going into the weekend, rainy day, ain't going to come out of the doggy crate on a Saturday. Going to be stuck there in as a Sunday as well. As you ain't walking the boulevard this week of Boston, you're going right to Miami on a flight, stuck on the flight inside a crate. Getting ready for the next game as the Heat score off the cutter, up and then off the backboard. We're even 42-42. Celtics defense stinking up the rim as of late. Duncan Robinson with a backdoor cut. Scored a layup. Duncan Robinson getting points right now. At least the Celtics are able to burn a timeout. First timeout burned of the game by Joe Mazzulla. 5:46 left to go. Celtics led by 12 points at one point this quarter. This quarter's just been flying by like molasses. Absolutely ridiculous. They had a 12-point lead and they've choked on a big one once again. They've choked on 16 double-digit leads this season throughout regular season games, plus 3 chokes in the playoffs. I don't know what the record is, but I'm pretty sure that's the most out of any NBA team this season. 16 double-digit blown leads. That isn't even... they also choked a 9-point lead against the Sixers in the series. So they choked 2 double-digit leads against the Hawks. The one that they were up by 13 on Wednesday, they also choked, and now this. Just ridiculous. Got to get back Tatum in the game. That run happened when Tatum was not in the game. So Tatum was on the bench. Tatum tonight, 14 points. They got to find other players to step up. They've got solid production out of Malcolm Brogdon and Derek White. Malcolm Brogdon, specifically him, he is a plus 13 on the floor right now. Jaylen Brown's had a tough game tonight. He's going to pick the part defensively. He got picked apart a lot defensively in the last game too for Jaylen Brown. So he's really struggled. He is the worst plus minus currently on the floor right now. Minus 16. Him and Kyle Lowry minus 16 together. So yeah, I cannot believe I'm saying this right now with a two-way guard like Jaylen, or a two-way player like Jaylen Brown, but he's a minus 16 right now, 1 for 8 shooting. Like, I don't know where his head is at right now. I don't know if he was in text message with Ime in the pregame here, setting up plans to dig out to Houston for next season with Jaylen Brown, but he has yet to show up today in this game. I don't know if him and James Harden are involved in that group chat together, trying to get the Rocket squad available for next season or what. But he's gonna start to show up here. Or I'm gonna have to change the thumbnail after this game is finished up back to, because I wanted to split the thumbnails between Tatum and Brown throughout the series because I thought both of them would be like sharing the points or so. Brown's attempted one more shot than Tatum, but Brown has scored just 2 points, whereas Tatum has scored 14. So if you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified. We got 300 plus watching. Let's go, everybody, on the channel right now. Celtics up by 12 points at one point. Ain't going to be no banner 18 if they keep on choking on big ones, as we keep on seeing here. Joe Mazzulla simply outcoached by Eric Spoelstra in this Eastern Conference Finals. Lucky he got Doc Rivers. Lucky he got Doc Rivers in the last round. I'll be shocked if he lands another NBA head coaching position. Back from the timeout, Brown takes the three open. Oh, he missed it off the rim, no good. Jaylen Brown stone cold, 1 for 9 shooting. Heat with the basketball. Miami pass midcourt. Butler at the left wing. Butler, bounce pass into the hands to Bam. Bam guarded by Horford. Bam moves it outside. Duncan Robinson towards his left. Takes the three. Makes the three. Duncan Robinson draws the three. Duncan Robinson makes the three from Division III to Michigan. A 17-2 run for Miami. 5 minutes left to go before halftime. Butler, drive, kick to the wing, Martin. Martin jumper to elbow with space, drills it. Caleb Martin makes the jumper. Oh, he's got double figures here in the first half. Under 5 minutes left to go before halftime. 5-zip run back from the timeout in the previous 16 seconds by Miami. Horford inside the key. Horford bouncing bodies. Missed off the rim, no good. Tipped over to Brown. Defensive rebound hauled in though by Adebayo. Bam up the floor, leads the pack. Bam moves it outside over to Butler. Butler, 4.5 left to go before halftime. Butler, guard the right wing by Brown. Butler, lobs over to Bam one-on-one. Bam at the right baseline, guarded by Horford. Dribbles up to the key, takes the jumper over Brown. Rattled out, no good. And the rebound controlled by the Celtics. Smart up the floor. Smart moves it outside to Tatum. Bounce pass out to the top, Horford. Touch pass over to Brown. Brown accelerates inside the key. Splits the defender, scores. Finally. Jaylen Brown with the right hand, up and in, through for 2. It's a 3-point game. 4 minutes left to go before halftime. Heat with the basketball. At the left baseline, it is Adebayo. Bam guarded by Horford, 1-on-1. 10 on the shot clock. Bam dribbles inside the key. Bam, a hook shot off the back rim, no good. Horford tips the rebound right back to him for the defensive board. Horford takes up the floor. At the left wing perimeter, Horford moves it out left quarter. Brown drives baseline. Oh, he throws it down. Jaylen Brown punches it home. It's a 1-point game, baby. Jaylen Brown, listening to me, he has showed up. He has entered the chat. 3:20 left to go before halftime. Back-to-back buckets of the rim for JB. Butler dribbles up, drives inside a key on Smart. Butler guarded by Smart and draws the blocking foul. I believe here on the floor, clock will stop. Finally, Jaylen Brown starting to show up. 3:15 left to go. And Marcus Smart commits the foul, and this will send Jimmy Butler to the free throw line. I want more cash. Welcome in. Thanks for joining in, man. Yeah, you can see how heated I am right now. Trying to give you guys as much passion as possible for these streams. Just absolutely ripped right here that the Celtics have choked in a 12-point lead this early on in the game right now. It's just inexcusable. They never learn from their previous mistakes. This is a time to make a run. Bam Adebayo checks out of the game. Cody Zeller comes back into the game. And there's been no backup big man that's been playing well in this playoff series and throughout the playoffs for Miami. So this is time right now for the Celtics to take control and chip into a 3-point deficit and close the gap. Free throws are good at the line for Bam. 3 minutes left to go. Tatum at the top of the key, defended by Martin. Double team, lobs it over to the free throw circle. Horford kick to the corner. Brogdon got it blocked by Butler. And Zeller comes out with a basketball. 3 minutes left to go. That was a tremendous block there by Butler, denying Brogdon's 3-point attempt. Butler drives, circles around. Dish goes all the way back. That will go out of bounds. Past midcourt, rolling out of bounds. Turnover by Butler. So Butler looking for somebody around the perimeter. Couldn't find it, though, but the Celtics will get it back. George in the stream, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. And Robert, welcome back in. 2:45 left to go. Celtics down by 3, looking to cut it. Tatum at the left wing perimeter. He's defended by Martin. Tatum drive, kick to the corner, into the hands to Brogdon. Lobs it to Tatum right baseline. Tatum working on Zeller 1-on-1. Tatum at the low block guarded by Zeller. Tatum over Zeller, no good. Looking for the foul call, couldn't get it. Rebound controlled by Miami, up ahead of the floor. Martin scores a backdoor layup. They will not count it, though. They will not count the layup, though. It's going to be called a turnover by Miami. Walking with the basketball will go back to the Celtics. 2:20 remaining. Boston with it. They catch a break. Smart, his pass picked off. Duncan Robinson comes up with a steal. First major big U of the game right there. Marcus Smart couldn't read it correctly. No X-ray vision on that possession by Marcus Smart. Zeller missed the layup. Offensive rebound, Zeller dribbles out of the pack, back outside, gives it over to Vincent. Vincent off to Butler. Butler, minute 55 left to go. Butler drives, kick, corner, open three, Caleb Martin. Oh, he missed it, no good. Battle for the rebound, tipped over to Tatum. Celtics catch a break. Tatum off to Brogdon, floats it up, and he gets fouled. Malcolm Brogdon will shoot 2 coming up at the free throw line, 1:43 remaining. What a game. Should not be this close, though, considering Boston had a 12-point lead at one point. Ren, Jeff, Michael, Rusty, Tyrone, and welcome back in, everybody, tonight. If you're new in the channel, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Ring that notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams. Malcolm Brogdon, 2 free throws. First one is good. Malcolm Brogdon, solid off the bench. He has scored now 8 points in 10 minutes, looking for number 9. He has been a top plus-minus in this game tonight. He is a plus 15 on the floor for Malcolm Brogdon. Second free throw is good. 1:40 left to go before halftime. Heat with a possession. Top scorer for Miami, believe it or not, is Caleb Martin with 14 total points. Vincent at the free throw circle, moves it outside to Robinson. Duncan Robinson, he's got 7 points. Robinson over to Butler. Butler, crossover, left wing, defended by Brogdon. This has been tough luck in the playoffs so far for Brogdon. Butler, jumper over Brogdon, no good that time. Bricked it off the back rim. Great defense there to stay along that time by Brogdon. The pass deflected, stole away in the key. Another bad turnover for the Celtics as it goes back to the Heat. Butler dribbles out to the right corner. He's defended by Horford 1-on-1. Moves it outside into the hands of Vincent. Back out to Butler. Still guarded 1-on-1 by Horford. Butler looking to see if he can get a switch here. Butler circles around on Horford. Takes the jumper. Baseline. Good contest by Horford. And Tatum comes down with a defensive rebound. Tatum tripped out of the pack. No call, but the referee's off to Horford. It goes, though. Horford, kick out. Smart drives. Oh, he gets clobbered. He gets fouled. Marcus Smart, 2 free throws coming up at the line with 42.5 seconds left to go. Cody Zeller basically tackled him to the floor off his baseline drive. Celtics doing a great job making defensive stands contesting Jimmy Butler's shot so far. Butler just 2 for 9 shooting. Malcolm Brogdon with a solid contestant and Al Horford right with him. So what Butler had done in game number 1, he was going purposely on switches to try to get Rob Williams, Malcolm Brogdon, Peyton Pritchard, those guys, so he could get his points where he dropped down 35 because whenever Tatum would get the primary guarding duty of Butler, he shut down Butler. No points in 22 total possessions in game number 1 with Tatum guarding Butler. First free throw is good by Smart. Second shot by Smart, good, right down the middle. Celtics take the lead. 1-point lead, 40 seconds left to go. Miami with a possession. Top of the key, Gabe Vincent. Gabe Vincent takes the 3, past the screen. Oh, he hits it. It hits bottom, rips it through by Gabe Vincent. Got to limit the role players. Marcus Smart got confused going around the screen set by Zeller. Missed shot, quick up the floor by Boston. Rebound control by Zeller. 25 seconds left to go. 5-second differential between shot clock and game clock before halftime. Heat with potentially the final possession before halftime here. 5-second differential. Butler with it the right wing perimeter. Moves it over to the right elbow to Strus. Hand off Butler. Butler backs his way on Smart. 1-on-1. Butler turn around. Tough shot baseline. And he gets it. Jimmy Butler good for 2. Turn around right baseline over Marcus Smart. 2 seconds. Smart. Tough shot. No foul. As he airballs it to the right of the rim, we go into halftime. 54-50. The Heat trail by 12. They get a 4-point lead at halftime. 54-50. Too many turnovers. Too many poor defensive possessions getting lit from the perimeter in that first half by the Celtics. They never learn, and they are 1 half away from being a losing team at home in the playoffs. 4-4 record for Boston entering tonight's game at home. 54-50. It's a 4-point lead going into halftime here for the Heat. Jimmy Butler with an unbelievable shot at the baseline over Smart off the turnaround. Just too good. 12 points by Butler. Here's the story, though. 14 points by Caleb Martin. 7 by Duncan Robinson. You cannot let that happen if you're Boston's defense. Early on, it was Max Strus. Strus with 6. Can't let those guys score that. Caleb Martin, 14 points. That is inexcusable on 6 for 9 shooting. That is absolutely ridiculous. Why? How in the world has that guy got 14 points right now? Just a crying shame to the Celtics. He's halfway to his career high. 28 points is career high. December 8, 2021 against the Bucks. The team that he eliminated in 5. The team that could not play defense and allowed an average of 15 made threes to this Heat squad through 5 games in the playoffs. Eliminating the 1 seed, looking like they're going to eliminate the 2 if that keeps on happening. That is just ridiculous. Caleb Martin with 14. Robinson with 7. You got undrafted dudes scoring all over you. It's ridiculous. You got one dude that's got 7 right now at halftime that started off his career at D3, worked his way up to D1. It's ridiculous. You got all the talent in the world on this Celtic squad, and you can't get it together. They gave up 30 in the second quarter. They were on a 19-2 scoring run, and then the Heat flipped the switch. Next 5 minutes, they went on a 19-2 scoring run right back. Tatum with 14, 9 each by Brogdon and White. It's just a roller coaster. You got some guys playing well. You got some guys playing trash right now for the Celtics in this game. Brogdon, White, Tatum playing especially well. Marcus Smart's having a tough game today. Smart with 1 assist to 2 turnovers. Smart had 10 assists in the first half of game number 1. Just 1 total assist tonight in this game for Smart. He's had a tough game for him. I talked about Jaylen Brown earlier. Jaylen Brown with just 6 on 3 for 12 shooting. He's had a really, really tough game. He did have a couple big slam dunks, though, to get himself going finally. So not going to knock Jaylen Brown because as of late, he's been playing much, much better. They just got to get their minds together right now because just haven't been able to take advantage of it. The Celtics are the better shooting team. It's just, right now they're getting out-rebounded. Right now they're -5 in the glass. They've been negative on the glass this whole game. Right from the start, they were trailing 9-2 to begin this game. This has been an absolute roller coaster of a game right now. It's just the turnovers. No excuse for these turnovers. You got 7 total turnovers. It's led to the Heats with 8 points scored off of those turnovers right now. That's been the problem last year, the problem in game number 1. It's just absolutely ridiculous. With all this talent, each and every single game, you're looking more like the Bruins, game in and game out. We all know how that went. We're looking at a 4-team final this season. Miami Heat, Florida Panthers, Tampa Bay Rays, world champions, plus the Miami Dolphins. How about that? With a healthy Tua, we could look at 4 teams being champions, plus you had the Miami Hurricanes and Florida Atlantic in the Final Four. That's where this could be heading right now. Honestly. Florida Panthers beat the Bruins, crushed the Maple Leafs. Tampa Bay, for the Rays, has been sensational for baseball. And you get the 8 seed right here, torching a 2 seed after dominating the 1 in 5 games. Yeah, no, the Sixers wouldn't give any sort of competition to the Heat. That Not with the coach that leaves it up to the players to make all the adjustments, not the coach to make the adjustments. It's crazy. 34-year-old head coach here, going to be down to 0-2 heading on the road. 0-2 in the series. 34-year-old head coach able to win in 7 over Doc, but, I mean, the history's been there with the firings before. 3 years to the second round, that was it. No, we do not need to chill here. We, tell it real on the channel. Give you guys the passionate way that it goes. I've been covering games on this channel for over 4 years. I've never covered more chokes in my life than the Celtics streams that I could talk about. Crazy. There's been some bad ones along the way. I think it was August. Yeah, it was like August the 4th of 2020 when the Celtics choked in a 28-point lead in the bubble against Dame and McCollum in that game. I remember there was one back in like February. I think this was like 2020 as well, February of 2020, where they choked in a 26-point lead against the Pelicans. I have to go back to the box score of that game. But what was it? Derek Favors who went off in that game. I want to go directly back to the box score of that game and see who in the world went off. This might have been 2019. It was an overtime game. They had lost to the Pelicans because I remember streaming it. Plus, there's been multiple Knicks streams that, February 21st, 2021. I believe it's this one. Yep, the overtime one that they choked on. February 21, 2021. That's when Lonzo was still in the Pelicans. Wow. Yep. They blown a massive lead during that game. So if you go back to that stream, I was like completely break up the team. Yeah, they choked in a 24-point lead during that game. Juancho Hernan-Gomez and the Pelicans in that game. They blew it. So many ridiculous blown games here. So right now we're just at halftime. If you guys are doing the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. If you guys would like to be notified about future live streams here on the channel. That's the one that's giving me flashbacks right now. The one that they lost against Utah. Yeah, they did lose one against Utah late in the season. That was a terrible loss because they choked in a major one in that game as well. Lost by 1. So many bad ones this year. Just this team's flat out getting outcoached. Need to get their minds together in the locker room. Yep, gotta get this one or it's done. You're done for Boston because the Heat are undefeated in the playoffs. All the teams remaining undefeated at home in the playoffs. Heat's 5-0. Oh yeah, the Heat's got a Hall of Famer as a head coach. Hands down, one of the best that the game has ever seen with Spo. It just goes to show that all the talent, you don't need all the talent to win. Like, he turns a bunch of undrafted guys into winners. Like, this team is fueled with winners. Jimmy Butler, he is the ultimate winner. And all those other teams right there. Chicago, Minnesota, Philadelphia. Oh boy. Especially for the T-Wolves. Yikes. Going up over you. Just laughing at the past. Those teams deciding to move on from Jimmy Butler. Biggest mistake in their life. Biggest mistake picking Tobias Harris over Jimmy Butler for Philadelphia. Yeah, he was like film coordinator back in the 90s where he got his start. Yeah, Brogdon's been pretty good today. I got to say, Tatum, Brogdon, and White specifically have kept the Celtics in this one, helped them out a ton. Brogdon's got 9 points from the bench. White's got 9 from the bench. 14 by Tatum. They just need... got to play defense and get stops. That's the big problem for Boston. Got to start playing with physicality, getting stops. Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart, though, those two have to really pick it up in the second half. Joe, welcome back in, man. Best of luck to Indiana State hosting the regional. That's awesome. Yeah, the team that I covered baseball today played in their regional, and they won the first game, so that was cool. Oh, wow, that's awesome. So, Larry Bird going to be on hand December 21st, looks like, at Indiana State. It's great, man. Love to meet Larry Bird someday. Absolute legend. 24 minutes of basketball left. Celtics got to come out of their shell. Got to take care of the basketball and stop with the turnovers. 7 total turnovers in that first half for Boston, leading to 8 total points by the Heat off of those turnovers. Heat yet to score the fast break, though, so the Celtics doing a much better job getting back in transition defense, because the last game they were just walking back in transition D a couple of times. I think it was Rob Williams. He got beat specifically out in defense transition in game number 1 in the series. Just not fast enough to get back. Not aware enough to get back in transitional D. Also right now, foul trouble. Like to go over if there's anybody. No, there's not. Jason Tatum, 2 personal fouls. Rob Williams with 2. And then for the Heat, 2 personal fouls by Bam Adebayo. Bam was great in Game 1. Shot the ball 9 for 13. Game 2, though, Celtics doing a much better defensive job on him. So he's shooting just 2 for 9. 8 points by Bam. He's got 9 rebounds tonight. I've been saying it right from the start, though, because whenever he substitutes, that's where Boston needs to close the gap when Cody Zeller comes into the game. He's played 7 minutes. Bam's played 17. Yup, Uncle Pizzle called it, and we'll see. We're 2 quarters away from seeing if that's true. And we're 2 quarters away from seeing if this game will result in a big ew or if it'll be a tied game going 1-1 into the weekend, entering Game 3 at Miami on Sunday. This is the telling story for Boston. Their season in the second half, it's do or die right here, right now. Gotta win this game to keep the series alive. If you lose, it's tough luck. You're going against the Heat. The odds are against you. The Heat are undefeated 5-0 at home in the playoffs. Yeah, hasn't been too many fouls in this game tonight, which has been great. I took the Celtics in the series, but it's because I'm more so a Celtics fan, but yeah, it does not shock me if the Heat take the series, honestly. This team is a roller coaster. This is a telling second half. Basically their season coming up here. Yeah, I wish I was alive back in like the Larry Bird days, Bill Russell days, to see those Celtics teams. Would have loved to see those Celtics teams back in the day. Celtics, for some reason, came into this game as a 9.5-point favorite on the closing line. They were 10-point favorites for most of the day, especially I think an hour before the pregame, they entered a 10-point favorite. Now they're just a 4.5-point favorite to win because they're the home team as we enter here the third quarter, and the Heat strike first with a bucket. 56-50 Miami. Max Strus is scoring 8 points now. He got the layup. Celtics with the ball. Jaylen Brown on the floor with Jason Tatum, Al Horford, Marcus Smart, and Derek White. So good to see Joe Mazzulla made the adjustment, not playing Rob Williams right now. Derek White's been great off the bench with 9 points, making 3 threes, and he is out there starting the third as the Celtics turn it over. Same old Celtics as the second half, or as the first half. Lob goes to Adebayo. Terrible start with a turnover. Quarter, 3 in the air. Strus off the mark, no good. Tatum collects the defensive rebounds. 11 minutes left to go in the third. Yep, Panthers eliminated the Bruins. The Heat, the chance to eliminate the Celtics, but Jaylen Brown has the answer. He drills at the right quarter. Looking for JB to have a massive, massive second half to save this team here. First half runs, 14-2 run by the Heat with Tatum on the bench. Celtics won a 15-3 run with Butler on the bench. Jumper good for a deep 2 by Adebayo at the left elbow. 10.5 left to go in the third. Celtics with possession. Top of the key, Horford. Horford moves it out to his right. Derek White up fake, drives inside the key, working on Butler and Strus. Kick out to the quarterback over to White. Moves it outside, goes to Tatum. Tatum, 5 in the shot clock. Tatum moves it out to his left. Brown. Step back, takes the 3 over Adebayo. No good. That missed poorly. Off the bottom right part of the glass. Tough look right there by Jaylen Brown. Rebound control for the Heat. 10 minutes left to go. Heat with a possession. Butler. Guarded by Derek White, top of the key. Moves it out to his left to Strus. Lobs over to Adebayo. Bam at the left elbow, working on the Horford 1-on-1. Bam, down to 5 in the shot clock. Bam. Inside the key, working on the Horford. Bam, turn around, tough shot. Off the back of no good. A rebound control by Tatum. Tatum shoots right out of the pack. Tatum moves it out to the right wing. Smart passes on top. White outside Horford. Takes the 3 out. Horford off the rim, no good. Couldn't convert. Had a pretty good look at it, though, as the Heat collect the defensive rebound. 9:30 remaining. Butler drives. Butler inside. Butler blocked by White. Here goes the Celtics with it. Boston up the floor. Smart moves it over to a cutting Jaylen Brown. Right to the rim. Lays it up and in with the right hand. It's a 3-point game. Jaylen Brown, baby, starting to come alive right now. Season for the Celtics on the line tonight in game number 2. Jaylen Brown providing the answer as a late here to start off the second half. 11 points all of a sudden by Jaylen Brown, so he has provided the answer. Butler, spin move, over, White scores, drops it through, up and in for 2. 60-55. Under 9 minutes left to go in the third. Jimmy Butler getting his points tonight. He is up to 14 now, tied with Caleb Martin as the top scorer in this game, along with Tatum, who's got 14 for the Celtics. Tatum at the top. Tatum dribbles up to the left elbow, step back jumper, in and out. As it missed off the mark over Adebayo. Rebound control for the Heat. Butler will slow it down. 8:30 left to play, third quarter. Butler, guarded by White, top of the key. Butler, edge of the midcourt logo, 7 on the shot clock. Butler, guarded by Tatum. White knocked down. That's that an offensive foul here? Yes, it is. Kevin Love picks up the foul. It's going back to the Celtics. Derek White hard right into the screener, but I love that he set trying to get around the screen, and White took a little bit of pain towards his abdomen area, it looks like. And Derek White a little bit hobbled to get up, but back on his feet, good to see. Sister Surround with a dono. Let's get some dono hype here for Sister Surround. Really appreciate it. Thanks so much. The legends in the channel. Celtics with it. White back into the game. Drives downhill right to the rim. He scores with an answer up and then off the backboard. 3-point game. 8 minutes left to go in the third. Celtics crawl within 3. Derek White to double figures. He's got 11. Third Celtics player to do so. Tatum with 15. Brown with 11. White with 11. Down low. Jumper missed off the mark by the Heat. Tipped over to Brown for the defensive rebound. Brown up the floor. Dribbles inside. Pass over to a cutting Tatum. Up and then off the backboard. Finishes. It's good for 2. Tatum scores. 1-point game now. Celtics showing signs of life. Tatum up to 16, check that. So he had 14 before. Vincent down low, turns it over inside the key. Tatum collects the steal. Celtics looking to take the lead. Pass ahead of the pack. Brown weaves his way outside. It goes to Tatum. Tatum dribbles, drives right down the lane inside, and he pounds it home. 2-handed flush by Jason Tatum with a dunk, and the Celtics take the lead. 61-60. Jason Tatum on that drive. Reminiscent of the King. With King James, head full of steam, just tearing down the roof shack. Slipping right past Adebayo to the hole for Jason Tatum and the Celtics. With a 1-point lead with their season on the line, 61-60. And a timeout taken to the floor by Miami. 7:17 left to go. Boston outscoring the Heat 11-6 in this third quarter. Playing for the season right now, right here. The message has clearly been sent at halftime. Jaylen Brown stepping up in a major way, starting off this third quarter. Jason Tatum, 2. He's got a double-double. 18 points, 12 rebounds tonight by Tatum. 11 points by Derek White. Malcolm Brogdon with 9. Those are 4 solid players tonight in this game. Other guys, will they be able to step up? That's the question. Marcus Smart with just 4. Rob Williams with 4. Al Horford's got 2, but he's been massive on the defensive side, locking down guys for Al Horford. Grant Williams played a little bit in this game. He's got 2 points for him as well. Just got to keep it going for Boston. Can't get off the gas pedal right now. Celtics at 1 point held a 12-point lead. They went on a 19-2 run. Heat right back went on a 19-2 run themselves. Heat's largest lead in this game was by 8 at 1 point. If you're new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. Feel free to join me back in tomorrow night, same time, 8:30 p.m. I'll be covering the Lakers against the Nuggets tomorrow. Game number 3 of the series. And the Nuggets lead 2-0 over the Lakers. Underwater Levels, welcome back in. Thanks for joining in, man. Celtics plus 10 points in the paint. 32-22 right now. Rod, welcome to the stream. That would be funny, but that would be a no right there for Renjeff. Yeah, I don't know too much Irish to do that. Celtics up on the fast break numbers 2 in this game, 11-0. They've done a great job getting back in transition defense tonight. It's just there was a stretch at one point where they were letting guys like Caleb Martin, Duncan Robinson make shots, and that was becoming the difference maker in this game why the Heat were able to take the lead. Just wide open shots. Great to see able to make that adjustment right now, but you know that the Heat's going to start to make their adjustments, and this is going to be an absolute dogfight to the finish. So if you're the Celtics right now, you're going to be locked and loaded. Locked in and keyed in defensively here. Getting everybody moving and spaced out on the floor as well. To take this game tonight, you're going to need your best effort for the final 19 minutes approximately in this game. 7:15 left to go. Heat down by 1 with the basketball. Gabe Vincent takes up the floor. He's on the floor with Bam Adebayo, Max Strus, Kevin Love, and Jimmy Butler. Love moves over to Butler. Butler in the key. Jumper over Smart. Got it. Marcus Smart lost defensively that play. He's had a tough game tonight by Smart. 16 by Butler with 8 rebounds. Top of the key, Tatum. Looking for a response right back. Tatum dribbles inside. Tatum drives on Love to the rim, and we get a whistle. Tatum gets fouled going in for the left-handed layup. And this will be 2 shots coming up at the free throw line as he was targeting Kevin Love, who picks up the blocking foul. Jason Tatum, 18 points, 12 rebounds. Two shots here by Tatum. Clock stops with 6:50 left to play in the third. First one by Tatum right down the middle. Looking for takeover to take over Tatum rest of the game. Boston Dian, welcome back in. Thanks for joining in. This has been a roller coaster of a game. That's how the Celtics season has been throughout these playoffs. And most of the games this season, too, that they coulda, shoulda won, like a game against the Rockets in April. Games like that, losing 3 out of 4 against the Magic this season. Inexcusable losses. 6.5 left to go. Got to close out this one at home. You don't want to go down 0-2 to Miami in Game 3, where the Heat are perfect 5-0. Jumper airballed by Max Strus, and it will go back to Boston. Celtics will have it back with 6:26 left to play. Yeah, rough yesterday, man, for King Kaiba. Couldn't make a 3. And also that slam dunk he missed that he was behind the defense on. Tatum, take it over, baby. Up and in off the glass, floats to the runner. Jason Tatum, 22 points tonight. 10-2 run by Boston. Absolute roller coaster of a game with all these runs tonight. Vincent takes the 3 straight away. Vincent missed off the front rim, and the rebound controlled by Horford. Celtics with possession. 6 minutes left to go in the third. White dribbles inside the key. White backs his way on Strus. White moves it back outside to Horford, into the hands to Tatum. Tatum accelerates, contacted, and fouled. The clock will stop with 5:50. Tatum tried to dribble, slicing defenders. It's going to be a reach-in call picked up by the Heat. That is charged to Kevin Love, who picks up another foul. Hey, that sounds good there for Mario. Fish tacos for dinner. Yeah, that's really good, man. 5:51 left to play. Celtics will get the inbound. Tatum inbounds it over to Horford, into the hands to Brown. Brown accelerates right to the rim. Brown blocked by Butler at the baseline. Butler couldn't save it, though. It touched the baseline out of bounds. So great hustle there by Butler. Couldn't come up with it, though. This will stay Celtics basketball inbound underneath their hoop. White inbounds it over to Tatum. Tatum, baseline, jumper. Tatum for 2. He's got it. Jason Tatum sinks it through. It's a 5-point lead for Boston. 5.5 left to go. Heat with the basketball. Butler on the floor with Strus, Vincent, Adebayo, and Martin. Bam inside a key. And I believe it's going to be on Horford with a reach and foul call. Yeah, Al Horford will pick up the reach, and that's number 2. Picked up by Horford. Hey, I'll see you back tomorrow, Alex. CC, welcome back in. I hope so. Yeah, I think so. I hope so for Wemby. That he'll live up to the hype. Heat get the inbound. Top of the key, Adebayo. Bam, puts the ball into the hands to Butler. Butler, top of the key, guarded 1-on-1 by Malcolm Brogdon. Back into the game. Butler. Switch now, guarded by Horford. Butler attacks. His pass goes out to the wing. Martin drives inside. Kalen Martin. 2 easy finishes. Up and in off the glass. Kalen Martin getting his points tonight in this game. 3-point game with 5 minutes left to go. Kalen Martin's got 16 points. Tied for Jimmy Butler as the top scorer. From the bench tonight for Kalen Martin. Celtics with the basketball. Horford moves it outside to Brogdon. Brogdon guarded one-on-one by Strus at the left wing. Lobs it down low. What was that? It looked like a lob, but it went off the glass on a lob pass to Tatum. And it goes back to the Heat with a trail. Throws it down to it and flushed by Bam Adebayo. Out of transition. Celtics defense not there. Out of transition, and it's only a 1-point game. 67-66. Bam Adebayo with a trail. I don't know if that's going to be marked in the box score as a turnover or a shot right there by Malcolm Brogdon, but he certainly did not look like he was going up into a shooting motion. That looked like an entry pass to Jason Tatum in the low post, and it hit the glass, and it went directly to the Heat, which led them into a transition 2 with a trail by Bam Adebayo, finishing with a dunk. There's a trio tonight for the Heat. 16 by Butler, 16 by Kalen Martin, and 12 by Bam Adebayo. For the Celtics tonight, also a trio, but one player who's been able to score more than others, Jason Tatum with 24. He's got 12 rebounds, and 11 points each by Jaylen Brown and Derek White. All depends on who will step up remaining part of this game. We have 4:46 left to go. If you're new on the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, and glad to have you guys back in tonight. Yeah, thanks so much, Mario, for joining in. Mario and his girl tonight watching the stream. Glad to have you both on the channel tonight, watching once again. Man, this is just nerve-wracking to watch right now. How close of a game this is. Knowing the history of Boston in these close games, it's not so hot. The Celtics really, really, really need this one to save their season in the quest for Banner 18. If not, we could have two teams midway to being knocked out in their quest of Banner 18. Those are the first 2 points, believe it or not, tonight on the fast break by Miami. The slam dunk by Bam Adebayo. So those are his first 2 points in the fast break. Celtics with 9 turnovers, Heat with 8 in this game tonight. Celtics plus 6 points in the paint, 34-28. Nobody in foul trouble. And the Heat plus 2 in the glass, 29-27. Basically an even game. Celtics shooting the ball more efficiently than the Heat, 48% by Boston. Heat at just under 43% from the floor. Boston is 1 up in 3 points made. 7 made threes by the Celtics, 6 made threes by the Heat tonight. It's going to come down to who wants it more remaining stretch of this game. Largest lead tonight, Boston led by 12. They choked on it in the second quarter. Heat led by 8, their largest lead at one point. It looked like the Heat were going to slip away and just take control of this game. The Heat led, starting off this game, 9-2 at the very start. Kuho on the stream, welcome in. Thanks for joining in for Kuho Steelers. James, welcome back in, man. Here we go, 400 plus watching. If you're new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. It's either the Celtics will start off a great weekend for me, or it'll be a big ew at the end of this game. We shall see. 4:40 left to go as we come back to action. Boston with the basketball. Brown accelerates inside the key. Brown puts it up, puts it through. It's good for 2. Jaylen Brown scores right back for the timeout. He's got 13 now. 4.5 left to go. Wire-to-wire game. Heat with a possession. Kyle Lowry on the floor with Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, Max Strus, and Kalen Martin. Jumper is made. Good for 2 by Bam Adebayo. 1 point game. A dogfight right to the finish. 4:10 remaining. Celtics with their 5 on the floor. Jason Tatum, Malcolm Brogdon, Jaylen Brown, Rob Williams, and Marcus Smart. Top of the key, it goes to Brown. Brown with 13. Tatum, the top scorer tonight. Tatum looking for more. As he has it at the top, Tatum, a step back 3 in the air over Butler, and he sticks it. Oh, baby, right to the shoot. Big time triple right there for JT. He's got 27. Jason Tatum with a big bang from the perimeter. 3:40 left to go. Heat with a possession. Adebayo, jumper, mid-range. Off the front, no good. Rebound control for Boston. Tatum up the floor. Tatum at the wing, takes the jumper. And he gets fouled. This is going to be 3 shots coming up at the free throw line. Jason Tatum fouled from behind the arc. 3 shots coming up for JT. 27 now tonight for Jason Tatum. 3:32 left to go. Yep, a dogfight. This is looking rough. Spot on by Ren Jeff right there. First one is good. 73-68. 28 by Tatum with 13 rebounds. Yep, definitely have to win tonight, man, because the Heat are undefeated on their home floor in this playoffs. Spot on there by Mark. Welcome to the stream there, bud. Cody Zeller about to check into the game for the Heat. It looks like Grant Williams will come in place of Jaylen Brown. And second free throw is good by Tatum. The third one missed off the mark. So we went 2 for 3 that trip at the free throw line. Tatum with 29 and 13. 3.5 left to go. Heat with a possession. Zeller on the floor with Strus, Butler, Martin, and Lowry. So Zeller replacing Adebayo. This is a time to climb up this lead for the Celtics with Zeller on the floor. Butler, no good. Tapped out of bounds. Last touch by Butler. It will go right back over to the Celtics. Butler trying to plead his case, but it will go right back to Boston. Celtics with their 5 on the floor currently. Marcus Smart, Malcolm Brogdon, Jason Tatum, Grant Williams, and Rob Williams. 3 minutes left to go. Tatum, top of the key double team. Pass off the roll down. Rob Williams puts it up. No good off the rim, and Rob Williams gets fouled. So 2 free throws coming up now at the free throw line for Rob Williams. 3 minutes left to play as he'll shoot 2. What's good, Jamie? Welcome back in the stream, man. Yeah, definitely. Be a shocking finals for sure. Especially after that first play-in game, if you would have ever asked me that the Heat would be in the finals after they played that first play-in game and got destroyed against the Hawks, I'd be shocked. I cannot believe it. That they almost lost against Chicago. They needed the final 3 minutes to come back and beat the Bulls in the play-in game to even advance and play the 1. First shot's good at the line for Rob Williams. Second free throw, bounces in. It's good off the back rim, drop down for the free throw. Celtics up by 8. 3 minutes left to go. Largest lead, Boston by 12, Heat by 8. Celtics need this one to force at least a Game 5 in the series, even it up heading to Miami for Game 3 on Sunday. At the left wing, Butler dribbles up inside the key. Butler, baseline, he gives it over to Zeller. Oh, he stepped out of bounds with it. That's a big ew by the Heat right there. Cody Zeller received the passes. He had 1 foot out of bounds of the turnover. He had an open clearance, 2 underneath the hoop. Kick out, corner, 3, Smart, and he drills it. Marcus Smart, bang, bang, hits the 3. Celtics by 11. 2.5 left to go. Celtics on a 10-zip run, an absolute roller coaster of a game. Heat with the ball at the left wing, Martin. Martin, crossover, drives inside. Martin, blocked by Rob Williams, gets it back though. Martin gives over to Butler, outside to the corner, 3 in the air. Martin gets it! Oh, that's a big U back for the Celtics. Kalen Martin just made the 3. 8-point game. Martin's got 19. Searching for a new career high, which was 28 from 2021 against the Bucks. Martin to the rim off the steal. He's got 21. Kalen Martin. And it's only a 6-point game. 1:50 left to go. Celtics getting too comfortable whenever they get up by double digits. Rob Williams contacted into. Oh, he turns it over. Heat with it. Down by 6. Outside. Lowry. Martin at the wing receives the pass. Martin left corner. Outside it goes to Strus. Minute 30 left to go. Strus. Guard at the top, working on Rob Williams. Strus dribbles, kicks, corner, 3. Martin open, and he bricked it, no good off the rim. Brogdon up the floor off the rebound. Brogdon, coast to coast, takes it home. Through for 2, that is good. Malcolm Brogdon, huge game-saving possession for Boston. 1:05 left to go. This one's getting intense. As we get intense, the call gets even more intenser. Outside goes to Lowry. Final minute left to go in the third. Kyle Lowry, defended by Rob Williams in the perimeter. Here we go. 8 in the shot clock. Moves it across the floor. Butler dribbles, attacks inside the paint. Oh, that's too easy. Up and then off the backboard. Jimmy Butler scores. 6-point game. 50 seconds left to go. These teams turning up a notch a ton here right now. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Boston with it. Tatum at the Celtics logo. 35 seconds left to play in the third. Tatum dribbles towards the left wing double team. Bounce pass over to Rob Williams. Kick out to the quarter. Smart. No look pass over to Tatum. Rises for the three. Off the back rim, no good. And this will be a Heat foul on the rebound. Clock will stop with 30 seconds left. The Heat commit a foul on the rebound. 28.5 seconds remaining. 28.5 left to go in the third. Heat committed the rebound foul. So this will send Malcolm Brogdon here to the free throw line. So the Celtics now in the bonus. Brogdon 2 shots. Malcolm Brogdon legit saving this team the past minutes. He had that long rebound where he took it a distance, scored in the layup. That was able to snap a big scoring run by the Heat that they had right back. The Celtics led by 11, and then they allowed the Heat to crawl within... It was 4. Yeah, Celtics led 79-68, and then all of a sudden the score is 79-75. And then Brogdon had the long rebound, and he laid it up and in. And now Brogdon shooting 2 free throws. First one is good. 82-75. Dogfight to the finish. Can't be comfortable for Boston. Every single possession matters. What matters the most is how you take care of the basketball in the final 5 minutes of this game. Mark my words. Once we get down to the so-called home stretch, which is the final 5 minutes remaining of the game, look and see how the Celtics take care of the basketball. We shall see if it leads to a good weekend for me to start off the weekend, or if it leads to a big ew in multiple big U's, which cost them the game. Brogdon makes both of them. 3 off the mark by Lowry. Rebound control by Brogdon. 5 seconds left to go. Brogdon off to Tatum. Tatum, final shot, rises for the J. No good off the front rim. And we close out through the end of the third quarter. Celtics by 8. On a dogfight to the finish here. 12 more minutes of basketball remaining. It's 83 Boston, 75 Miami. What a game. Multiple scoring runs tonight in this one. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like tonight in this game. Celtics or Heat, type it in the chat, everybody. Feel free to join me back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow night covering the Lakers against the Nuggets for game number 3 in the series. We've got 500 plus watching. If you're new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Couple updates for you guys right now here on the channel. If anybody's interested, feel free to check out the Behind the Arc Basketball membership site. That link is posted in the chat. It's as low as $1.99 per month to be part of a membership here to get special shout-outs at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. I believe we have around 25 plus channel members currently, so if anybody's interested, feel free to be a part of the membership for the channel as we keep on growing. Also, if anybody's interested in some channel merchandise, I put the link in the chat. All those links, membership, merchandise, Discord, Twitter link, are all posted in the description below this video as well. So feel free to check those out if you guys would like. We got a lot of cool stuff on the merchandise site. Short sleeve shirts, long sleeve shirts, iPhone cases, pillows, stickers, sweatshirts, mugs, tote bags we got out there. Summer's coming up with sandals we got on the merchandise site. A lot of cool stuff out there. Feel free to check it out if you guys would like. What a game indeed. Jimmy Butler tonight, he's got 18 on the 8 for 17 shooting. He's the number 2 scorer. Caleb Martin, his career high is 28. He's got 21 points right now through 3 quarters. 9 for 14 shooting. He's the reason why the Heat are in this game right now. Celtics have yet to neutralize Caleb Martin tonight. 21 points in 21 minutes. by Caleb Martin. 14 by Bam Adebayo. So they've had 3 guys show up. 18 by Butler, 14 by Adebayo, and then 21 from the bench by Martin. All depends on who rises up in this fourth quarter. 29 by Tatum. 4 players in double figures for Boston. 29 by Tatum with 13 rebounds. 13 by Jaylen Brown. 13 by Brogdon. Brogdon's been great in this game for Brogdon. And then 11 off the bench by White. Brogdon and White having a solid game, combining to shoot the ball 8 for 14 between the two from the floor. All right, so fourth quarter gonna begin here in a couple moments. I believe they go up to 3XL on here. I'll double check for that. Oh, there's yeah, I don't see any 5X. I see a 4XT for one of my t-shirts though. Or oh yeah, there is a 5XL. So there's a 5XL on the men's t-shirt I'm going through right now. There is one. I've only checked a couple of them because they have different sizes for some of them, but yep, looks like they go up to a 5XL. So they have small, medium, large, extra large, 2XL, 3XL, 4XL, and then 5XL. And then they have looks like they have LTs and XTs as well. I guess they have those labeled. So they have all different types of them for sizes there. We got. Yeah, thanks so much, Jamie. You guys, the legends in the channel. Here we go. Started off the fourth quarter. Celtics left to right with the basketball as they have it first for Boston. Tatum bounce pass to Rob Williams inside the key. Rob puts it up. He scores. Up and in off the backboard plus the foul. Big Rob Williams right there inside the key. Great start for Boston. Largest lead tonight is 12. They are close to that right now. Up by 10, looking to make it 11. 8 points by Rob Williams. Perfect 3 for 3 shooting. He's perfect in the series right now. He is a perfect 10 for 10 shooting in the series. Second free throw is good. Free throw good by Rob Williams. 86-75 Boston. 11:35 left to go. Right to left on the floor for the Heat with the basketball. Bam Adebayo, Caleb Martin, Jimmy Butler. Duncan Robinson is out there right now on the floor. Starting off the fourth quarter for the Heat. And then Gabe Vincent, the 5th player. Celtics, their 5. Malcolm Brogdon, Jaylen Brown. Grant Williams, Rob Williams, Jason Tatum. So Smart, Horford, Brogdon, and White all on the bench as that's a dunk. Right-handed punch down right there for the Heat. With a throwdown slam. That is Caleb Martin, who's got 23 points. 11:15 left to go. Celtics bounce pass to a cutter. Jaylen Brown to the rim. Contacted and fouled. Brown will shoot 2. Coming up at the free throw line. Celtics attacking aggressive here. Getting to the rim. Putting Miami into a little bit of foul trouble as of late. The Heat with 4 personal fouls now by Bam Adebayo. 3 by Kevin Love in this game. And Jaylen Brown will shoot 2 at the free throw line. First one's up, first one's through. 430 plus. If you guys are new in the stream, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe here. And feel free to join me back in tomorrow. I plan on covering Lakers against Nuggets tomorrow. Lakers really on the ropes down 0-2 in that series as they're hosting games 3 and 4 tomorrow and Monday. Second free throw missed by Brown. Celtics by 10, but the Heat come up with the basketball. 11 minutes left to go. Gabe Vincent towards his right. Vincent guarded by Tatum at the right wing. Vincent crossover. 10 in the shot clock. Vincent dribbles inside the key. Vincent towards his left. Cleared by Tatum. Missed the layup. No good off the back rim. Battle for the rebound. Bodies collide in the hardwood. Loose ball still. Who's got it? Grant Williams? Yes. Grant Williams came up with a basketball out of the pack. Grant Williams. Loose ball. Tie. That should be a tie up there. Yep, tie up between him and Vincent. So tie up between Grant Williams and Gabe Vincent. This will be a jump ball at the Heat free throw circle. Grant Williams, out of all players, came up with a forced tie up, and the ball gets tipped over to Tatum. Celtics with it. 10:40 left to go. Top of the key, Tatum. Tatum moves it out right corner into the hands. Over to Rob Williams. Throws it down with an assist by Grant Williams. 89-77 Boston. Tied for the largest lead. Celtics cannot relax. Miami, 5-2 record in the playoffs where they have trailed by double digits, coming from behind and winning games. A 71% percentage that they have had as they take it right to the rim. Scored a layup by Adebayo. Jimmy Butler currently on the bench. Celtics right now have to take advantage of it. 10 minutes left to go. Cannot be relaxed, especially down the final 5 minutes of this game. That is called the home stretch. Top of the key. Tatum guarded 1-on-1. Switch now. Defended at the corner. His pass out of bounds. Off the fingertips of Grant Williams. A hot tamale right there. That's a turnover. Grant Williams couldn't catch the fastball in the quarter. Set by Jason Tatum. Adebayo. Hand off to Duncan Robinson. Takes the three. He's got it. Duncan Robinson burns the Celtics around the screen, takes the three and makes the three. It's only a 7-point game. 9.5 left to go. No lead is too comfortable. What happened the last time when they were up by 12? They choked in a big one. They choked on 16 double-digit leads this season. They choked on 3 double-digit leads in the playoffs, plus 1 game where they choked in a 9-point lead and lost. Jumper, good for 2 by Brown. It's up and through. 9:15 left to go. The Heat in it. At the left elbow, Adebayo guarded 1-on-1 by Rob Williams. Up fake, inside to keep Bam. Bam on their knee, puts it up and scores. Up and in off the backboard. 7-point game all over again. 9 minutes left to go. Celtics with a possession. Brown at the left wing, moves it out to the top into the hands to Tatum. Tatum takes the 3 straight away. Tatum bricked it off the back rim, no good. Rebound controlled by Miami. Heat with it. Under 9 minutes left to go as we keep on the intensity in this one. At the left wing, it goes to Robinson. Oh, man. Bodies tangled up all over the floor. Away from the basketball. Adebayo and Tatum colliding with each other. It's going to be a foul picked up by Tatum. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. What a game here on this one tonight. And gaming with this guy. Welcome back in, brother. Appreciate it for joining in once again. Game that the Celtics desperately need right here. You don't want to go down 0-2 to the Heat, who are undefeated at home in the playoffs. Critical game 2 in a series for the Celtics here. Bam. Hands off to Robinson. Takes the 3. Duncan Robinson. Right through the shoot. It goes. A shot. Heard around the world. Duncan Robinson drills another 3. It's only a 4-point game. This looks familiar, doesn't it? Joe Mazzulla and his team choking big games. 16 of them this season. Might be number 17 if they can't keep their heads out of the you-know-what. Rob Williams down low scores. 6-point game. Adebayo down low. No good around the rim and out. Tipped off the glass by Rob Williams. Defensive rebound hauled in by Grant Williams. Celtics with the ball. 8 minutes left to play. Boston with it. Brown floats up the shot. Off the back rim, no good. Rebound control by Adebayo. Bam with it. 8 minutes left to go. Outside into the hands to Martin. Martin hands it off to the perimeter. Takes the 3. Missed off the mark. Kyle Lowry. Offensive rebound. Martin. Outside corner. Robinson. Over to Martin. Up fake. Martin looking for tying his career high. Hands it off to Lowry. Lowry inside the key. Kyle Lowry puts it up. No good. He got fouled though. Are they going to call this on Kyle Lowry, actually? Did he push off on Derek White? Or no, they will just call it on a... No, they will call it on a travel, actually. So he did not push off on Derek White. There was no contact by White. Check that. That is a turnover travel. Inside the key by Kyle Lowry. Wow. It looked like when he was going up that they were going to walk to the free throw line, but no. Kyle Lowry called him the travel. This will be Celtics basketball coming up after the timeout as Joe Mazzulla right here, right now, burns a timeout. Timeout burned by Joe Mazzulla. 6-point lead for the Celtics with 7:41 left. Referees called it a travel in the key by Kyle Lowry. What a game. This one's getting intense. And I'm here to call it the best that I ever can. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Make sure to ring that notification bell to be notified about future live streams that I do cover. What a game tonight between these two teams, right down to the wire in this one currently. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like tonight in this one here, Celtics or Heat. Celtics were plus 12 in the third quarter, 33-21. So they finally learned from their mistake in the last game, allowing 46 in the third quarter. The problem is you're going to play the full 48. Still got 7:41 left to go. You have to close out the game. And once we get down to the final 5 minutes in this game, we'll have to see what happens, because that's when the Celtics start to play careless basketball. I think the Lakers going to get one out of the two against the Nuggets. But I think after they play through the first 4 games, I think Denver will go up 3-1 in the series. Anthony, welcome to the stream, man. Thanks so much, all, for joining in here. Got that nice Q&A out there. Actually lost the chat to it, though. I'm actually going to end that because I lost the chat. Maybe I'll put it as a poll. There pops up my chat. I will put that in the poll, actually, because the Q&A actually takes the chat away. There we go. A lot of people live for that. Here we go. Celtics with their mistakes in the final 5 minutes. We shall see if it leads to a turnover that results in that big ew. 7.5 left to go. Top of the key, Brogdon. We're back from the timeout. Brogdon floats to the runner. Missed the rim short. No good. Rebound controlled by the Heat. Miami with the basketball with 7:15 remaining. At the wing. Here's a 3. Lowry skipped around the rim. No good. Tipped up to Brown. And we get a foul. Down low here. Celtics in the rebound. The clock will stop with 7:14. Yeah, things going pretty well with me and her, Harry. Welcome back to the stream, man. Pringle, welcome back in. Feeling this one 100%. We'll see if that does happen here. Critical crunch time games. Duncan Robinson, will he put one here? No good. Off the back rim, he bricked it. Too long by Robinson, and another foul picked up in the rebound, charge to Horford this time. Or is it Grant Williams, as he's got his hands up in the air? Horford was the initial player who was coming up for the rebound. Either way, it's on Boston, so the Heat will get it back. 7 minutes left to go. Outside, it goes to Robinson. Robinson gets around Brown. Robinson guarded by Horford now. Bounce pass, low block into the hands to Butler. Butler, jumper, baseline. No good off the rim. A rebound controlled by Brogdon. Here goes the Celtics with it. 6:45 remaining. Brogdon at the top of the key. Moves it outside. Grant Williams puts the ball to the corner. Jaylen Brown triple teamed inside. Outside. Grant Williams takes the 3, and he makes it. Grant Williams rips it through. Jaylen Brown got triple teamed at the low left block for some reason. That opened up the floor completely for Grant Williams, and he buries a big time 3. 6:20 left to go. Heat with it. Butler floats it up. Scores +1. Oh! Grant Williams, Jimmy Butler. Holy smokes! Some words right now between those two. Oh my goodness! Grant Williams, face to face, eyeball to eyeball, right with Jimmy Butler. Holy smokes! Grant Williams. Grant commits the foul. Jimmy Butler. Free throws at the line as he made it +1. And both of them, nose to nose, eyeball to eyeball, mouth to mouth with words to each other. Jimmy Butler and Grant Williams. Maybe we'll see Grant Williams later in the game say, "I'll make them both, bro." We'll see if that comes true. First free throw attempt in the second half tonight by Jimmy Butler. Free throw is good. 6-point game. 96-90. 6:20 remaining. Celtics with a possession. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Al Horford, Grant Williams, Malcolm Brogdon. The 5 of the floor. Top of the key, Tatum. Up fake. Steps into a 3 straight away. Off the back rim, no good by Tatum. Loose ball. Knocked out of bounds. And Tatum tried to chase it. Couldn't come down with it. It's going to go right back to the Heat. 6:06 left to go. Intense, incredible game. Celtics needing this one to tie up the series. If not, they're toast. Going down to 0-2 to Miami, which is undefeated 5-0 in the playoffs at home. Adebayo moves it out to the right wing over to Butler. Butler on Grant Williams. They've had beef with each other lately. Butler inside over Grant Williams. You're too small. Drills the 2. It's good by Jimmy Butler. It's only a 4-point game. 5.5 remaining. Celtics looking for something right here. Jimmy Butler now up to 23. He's the number 2 scorer in the Heat behind Caleb Martin with 25. That is right behind his career high of 28 set back in 2021 against the Bucks. Right corner, baseline dribble, Brogdon. Kick out to the wing, Grant Williams up fake. Grant Williams dribbles inside. Grant Williams over Duncan Robinson scores up and off the backboard. Grant Williams making an impact right now. 5:08 left to play. Jason Tatum, the top scorer, 29 points, 13 rebounds, 16 by Jaylen Brown tonight for the Celtics. 5 minutes even. Heat with a possession. Adebayo floats it up. Adebayo gets fouled, and he'll shoot 2 coming up at the free throw line as Bam able to draw the contact from Jaylen Brown. So 2 shots coming up by Bam. Quick update here. Top scorers tonight. Jason Tatum, 29 points, 13 rebounds, shooting 10 for 19 from the floor. 16 points by Jaylen Brown. 13 by Rob Williams, who is perfect in this series. 12 for 12 shooting in the series. Tonight he is 5 for 5. Game 1 he shot 7 for 7 by Rob Williams. So also got 2 blocks tonight. 13 points by Malcolm Brogdon. 11 by Derek White. You got 5 players double figures for Boston. Heat with 4 players double figures tonight. 25 by Caleb Martin. 23 by Jimmy Butler. 18 and 12 by Bam Adebayo. Duncan Robinson has got 15 by Duncan Robinson. 3 for 6 from 3 as both of the free throws are good. 4-point game. Bam with 18 points, 12 rebounds. Celtics with a possession, and this is crunch time right now. 4:50 remaining, under 5 minutes left to go. Celtics struggling in these final 5 minutes when they have the lead. And that is a big U. Jaylen Brown in the corner. Double dribbled with it. So we can take that away. That is a turnover. Under 5 minutes left to go by Boston. Jaylen Brown in the corner turned it over. Heat with it, and the Heat respond. Get the bucket. It's a 2-point game. 4:30 left to go. Joe Mazzulla. Not enough adjustments. Under 5 minutes remaining in these games all throughout the course of the season. We'll see if that holds into place once again. Tatum, kick, open 3, Grant Williams. Bricked it off the back rim, no good. Offensive rebound underneath. A huge rejection by Adebayo. It goes back to the Heat. Miami with it. 4:10 remaining. Heat with a chance to take the lead. 3. Miss rim short by Butler. Oh, he got... knocked down and fouled. That's a big U. Marcus Smart's been terrible tonight in this game. Smart picks up the foul on a 3-point shot. It's going to be 3 coming up in the free throw line by Jimmy Butler with 4:06 remaining. I believe or no. Are they going to call it on Butler? They might have called this on Butler, actually. Yeah, wow. I've got offensive foul committed by Butler. So he kicked Marcus Smart at the end of the play. I'm not sure if the Heat are going to challenge this call. Yeah, because I just looked at the game log. This says offensive foul. Offensive foul by Jimmy Butler's. Marcus Smart got knocked down after Butler had released the shot. This is a huge. Yeah, so right now they sent both of the teams back to the bench. They had called it actually offensive foul. Wow, looked like how he shot it. Thought he was going to get 3 coming up at the line, but no. So they have called it offensive foul. We'll see if there's any challenge here by the Heat or anything, because I think they were looking for... I think the Heat were signaling to challenge the call on the floor. We'll see if that does happen once we come back from the timeout. Wow, this is huge. If it does get challenged right here, this is huge, because I felt when he shot it, that looked like, from the far away cam, it looked like it was off. Looked like a blocking foul by Smart. Looked like it should have been 3 shots at first. Butler, after he released it, when he went down, he kicked Marcus Smart down. Marcus Smart fell down. A critical call. We'll let you guys know if there's any updates coming up. Critical call, biggest call on the floor. We got 4:06 left to play. 4:06 remaining. If you guys are doing the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams. You don't see that too often. That play could be the deciding factor tonight in this game if that does happen to be an offensive foul occurring by Jimmy Butler, if that does stand. And it goes back to the Celtics there. Major call. I thought, wow. It's crazy. Next weekend is Memorial Day weekend. So it's on the 29th of May. That's when they have Memorial Day. Christian, welcome back in. Thanks for joining in. The Heat are perfect tonight at the free throw line. Celtics have missed 3 free throws. Boston 16-19. Heat 11 for 11 tonight at the free throw line. Basically, these two teams even. Yeah, what an intense game all throughout the course of this one. We are even. Points in the paint, 46-46. Celtics also with 2 more turnovers than the Heat. 13 turnovers by Boston, 11 by Miami tonight. And the Heat plus 4 in the glass, 28-24. So the referee is making this call on the floor. Initial call, offensive foul, occurred by Jimmy Butler. The Heat challenged it. So the Heat did challenge it, and the Heat lost the challenge. So Jimmy Butler, oh, there you go. So that's where the foul occurred. Jimmy Butler takes the 3, lands, and then he kicks Marcus Smart with his left leg. Split between the 2 legs, kicked Marcus Smart in the left leg. Books with Benjamin, thanks for joining in again. Glad to have you back in the stream. Mickey, Jethro, hit us up in the chat who you guys like tonight in this one. Celtics or Heat? Celtics with a possession. 3:55 left to go. Pass, Cutter, throws it down. Grant Williams with a 2-handed dunk. Celtics first one to triple digits. 100-96 now. 3:45 remaining. Grant Williams been major in this game today. Helping out a ton. Playing a big role. Peyton Pritchard, 0 minutes. Grant Williams, 24 minutes, 9 total points. Big adjustment from game 1 where he played 0. And Bam Adebayo down low. He's going to draw a quick blocking foul picked up by Al Horford. So Bam Adebayo will shoot 2 here at the free throw line. Al Horford picks up personal foul number 3 right now. Nobody with 4 fouls committed by Boston. 4 personal fouls committed by Bam Adebayo for the Heat tonight for him. Everybody else with 3, 2, 1, or 0. So Adebayo will shoot 2 at the free throw line. We have 3:33 left. Celtics, I believe that's 3 timeouts remaining, same as the Heat with 3. First one's good. Yeah, possible. We could get overtime in this one. Jokic, welcome back in. Labrito, George in the stream. Hopefully able to close it out, George. This has been a roller coaster of a game, and Joe Mazzulla will make Bam Adebayo split the free throws. So the Celtics burn a timeout right now. So Bam will split the free throws. Bam will have one more free throw coming up at the line. 3:33 left to play in the fourth. Just above 3.5 minutes left to go. 3:33 remaining in a 3-point game. Crunch time. 600 plus watching. If you're new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Ring that notification bell if you guys would like to be notified. Books with Benjamin and a dono. Really appreciate with a dono. Let's get that dono hype out for Books with Benjamin. You guys are legends in the channel. Quick update on the box score tonight. Jason Tatum, 29 points, 13 rebounds. He's 10 for 19 shooting from the floor. He is one of 5 players in double figures tonight for the Celtics. 16 by Jaylen Brown, 13 each by Rob Williams and Malcolm Brogdon. 11 points by Derek White. Those are the 5 players in double figures tonight for Boston. 23 by Jimmy Butler. 20 by Bam Adebayo with 12 rebounds, 9 assists. Top player for the Heat, though, scoring-wise, is Caleb Martin off the bench. He has 25 points by Caleb Martin, 11 for 16 from the floor. That is 3 points shy from tying a career high by Caleb Martin. 15 points by Duncan Robinson, who has also made 3 threes in this game. Adebayo will have one more free throw at the line. 3:33 left to go. Also, the Heat in the bonus. And the free throw is good. 2-point game. Jason, welcome to the stream, brother. Yep, we just saw that go by. 3.5 left. Celtics with possession. Smart, top of the key. This is where the Celtics have really struggled. Smart moves over to Grant Williams. Outside it goes to Tatum. Tatum, guarded by Caleb Martin. Tatum at the left wing, moves over to Grant Williams. Grant inside. Grant on Adebayo. Spin move. Grant underneath. No good off the mark. Bam collects the defensive rebound. 3 minutes left to go, approaching the mark. Heat with a basketball. At the right wing, it's Butler. He is the ultimate winner in this situation. Loves these moments. Takes the jumper. He's got it. It's tied 100-100. Jimmy Butler, the bucket man. He's got 27. In a steal. Turnover. Heat have it back. That's a big U by Boston as they lost in the key. Butler. At the right wing, quick steal they just had up the floor. Butler at the top. Butler guarded by Grant Williams, one-on-one. Butler to the rim, jumper, and he makes it again. It's a 2-point lead for Miami. Joe Mazzulla again chokes in a big one for the 34-year-old head coach. Nothing new, is it? Nope. Going down 0-2 in the series as Smart breaks the jumper. Horford with a putback. They ain't gonna count it. It's called an offensive foul by Horford, pushing off, getting position. It goes back to the Heat. 16 double-digit blown leads this season for the Celtics, most in the NBA. 3 of those in the playoffs, plus a 9-point blown lead as well in the playoffs. Never learn. They choke at a big one. Ain't gonna be banner 18 anymore. Big embarrassing ew. And free throws here at the line by Max Strus as Horford pushed off, going up for the board. And Strus missed the first one. Going down to 0-2. Heading into Sunday in Miami where they're undefeated. Book your flights to Cancun. The season's over if you can't come out of this one with 2:19 left. You look like the Bruins each and every single game. Heat Panthers, Tampa Bay Rays, Miami Dolphins, your world champions, 2023-2024, 16-4 run by the Heat in the last 3.5 minutes. Missed 3 by the Celtics. Rebound control by the Heat. 2 minutes left to go. Miami with a possession. Butler at the right wing perimeter. He's defended by Brogdon. Butler one-on-one. Spo making the adjustments. Mazzulla not so much. Jumper. Butler for the 2. Missed off the front rim. No good. Rebound control by Jaylen Brown. Here goes Boston with it. Needing something. Brown. Dribble. Drive. Kick. Deflected into the hands of Smart. Almost turned it over. Horford at the top. Moves over to Tatum. Tatum up fake. Tatum. Dribble. Drive. Right down the lane inside. We get a foul picked up on the floor. That is a big fat you. Jason Tatum offensive foul. Never learn with the turnovers. God awful. Jason Tatum knocks down Jimmy Butler, the ultimate winner. Jimmy Butler, elite, the ultimate winner. Jason Tatum, when it comes to crunch time, just a dude that comes back into the shell. 1:35 left to go. Tatum with despicable turnovers in the final 5 minutes. Heat with a possession. Top of the key Adebayo. Into the hands of Butler. Edge of the midcourt logo. Bam. Guarded at the left wing perimeter by Brogdon. It's over to Butler. Butler drives low block. Up fake. Kick to the corner. Outside. Wide open 3. Gabe Vincent. Missed off the back rim. Offensive rebound. Adebayo tipped over to Vincent. 1:10 left to go. Celtics couldn't box out. New 14 in the shot clock for the Heat. Miami with a ball. 1:07 remaining. As the shot clock didn't reset. Shot clock didn't reset. They're going to have to go back to the table here and make sure it's correct. 1:07 remaining. 10 on the shot clock they put. I told you guys, final 5 minutes of the game. A Fuka Choka Celtics. Ain't gonna be no banner 18 if you can't win this one. At the right wing, Butler. Butler dribbles up, drives on Brogdon. 1-on-1 on Brogdon. 1-on-1 over Brogdon. No good. Offensive rebound. Adebayo wins the game for the Heat. Throws it down with 55 seconds left to go. The Boston Celtics, a Fuka Choka, 17th loss in a row. Giving up 10 points or greater. Bam Adebayo with a slam dunk. Off the putback. Massive. In this fourth quarter. Celtics 0-2 in the series. Tatum at the free throw line got fouled on the jumper shooting 2. First one is good. We got 49 seconds left. God awful. 34-year-old head coach. Second shot good. 49 seconds remaining. Rob Williams will check into the game. 12-point Celtics lead twice. And an 11-point Celtics lead at 1 point as well. Boston went on a 19-2 run and also a 10-0 run in this game. Both of those times they got up by double digits, 12 and 11. Both of them choked in a big one. Free throw number 3 is good as well by Tatum. He was fouled from behind the three-point arc. So 45 seconds remaining. Heat with a possession. Up the floor, Gabe Vincent receives the pass from Martin. Top of the key, 35 seconds. Vincent, step back jumper over Tatum, sinks it. Jason Tatum out of position defensively. Gets ripped to shreds by Gabe Vincent. A role player. Undrafted players knocking down shots. Drilling jumpers. Dribbling circles over the Celtics team. Coaching over talent. Timeout on the floor by Joe Mazzulla, the 34-year-old head coach. 107-103. Heat. 17th double-digit blown lead this season. 4th in the playoffs. Most in the NBA. A Fuka Choka Celtics. Fuck you, Celtics. What a joke. If you thought the Bruins were a joke, talk about the Celtics. And get ready for 4-13 Patriots. before Bill gets booted by Kraft and Mac Jones ain't the quarterback. Celtics tonight winning just 1 quarter, the third, outscoring the Heat. Or no, they won 2. 25-24 in the first, 33-21 in the third. So they just won the odd quarters tonight, 2 of them. But in the fourth quarter, it's 32 Miami, 20 Boston. Exactly what I said. Under 5 minutes left to go, this team always chokes under pressure. 35 seconds remaining. Celtics down by 4, 35 seconds left, needing something. Absolutely ridiculous. Miami Heat. Jason Tatum dribbles it off his foot out of bounds. It's going to stay. Celtics ball, though, is Butler. Did Butler touch it? Yeah, they're going to say it went off Butler. And Tatum turns it over. Goes right back to Smart, though. Lucky. 23 seconds off the Tatum down low. Tatum, no good. Missed it. He did get fouled. 21 seconds remaining. Jason Tatum will shoot 2 at the free throw line. Almost back-to-back turnovers right there. Lucky by Boston. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Son of a guns with Jason Tatum. It's going to be 0-2 going to Miami. Like, what are the chances of that happening? 0-2 on the road. Because the Heat are undefeated. 5-0 at home. Plus, they're not battling traffic for these games. This is 8:35 p.m. start times for these games. So it's not like the Heat fans are going to be stuck in traffic like for a 7 or 7:30 p.m. start time. All the Heat fans are going to be in their seats for those games looking for the sweep. Free throws are good by Tatum, 107-105. Timeout taken on the floor by Eric Spoelstra for Miami. 21.6 seconds remaining. 21.6 seconds left to go. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. We're looking at the Miami Heat. We're looking at the Tampa Bay Rays. We're looking at the Florida Panthers. We're looking at the Miami Dolphins. 4 world champions potentially this year. We'll see how it goes. Florida Atlantic, Miami Hurricanes, final 4 teams for college hoops. Florida just built different. Those Jersey boys in the tournament, FDU and St. Peter's, just built different. Tatum tonight with 34. It's who else was going to step up in this game? 16 by Brown, 13 by Rob Williams, 13 by Brogdon, 11 by White. There's a huge drop-off. 34 by Tatum. And then after that, 16 by the number 2 scorer. Sister Surround with a dono. Really appreciate it for the dono. Celtics going to need a miracle. 21 seconds left. Miami will get the basketball. Boston will need a miracle. And the Heat, by the way, are 14 for 15 at the free throw line. .21 seconds remaining. 20-9 run since Grant Williams made that 3-point shot. That is for the Heat. The Heat drive baseline, circling around, and the Celtics reach in with 19 seconds. Miami will shoot free throws here in the bonus. 19 seconds left. Max Strus shooting 2. Yep, they've been constant chokers. I've covered at least 30 streams on this channel that's happened to be Celtics chokes. And I cover the entire NBA. So whatever the national TV game is, those are the games that I cover. So I'm not covering the whole 82-game season for the Celtics. I'm covering all different teams plus college throughout the season. I've covered at least 30 total chokes, more than any other team, triple than any other team in the playoffs. Mickey, thanks so much for the dono, really appreciate it. Both of the free throws good at the line by Strus. Uncle Pizzle, you the man, brother. You are absolutely correct. Uncle Pizzle here in the pregame, he said Heat 2-0, he's going to get it. Tatum, brick the 3, miss rim short. Max Strus, offensive rebound, 8.4 seconds remaining, and the Heat will head back to the free throw line. Looking at the box score of this game. Caleb Martin, 25 points. Duncan Robinson, 15 points. Be better, Celtics. Better basketball. Whenever he made an error out on the field when I played baseball back in high school, that's exactly what the head coach would tell our team. Better baseball. Gotta play better basketball, Boston. It's absolutely ridiculous. Down 0-2, heading back to Miami, who is undefeated at home in the playoffs. Free throw number 1 is good. Ain't gonna be no banner 18. Ain't gonna be no celebration tonight on Causeway Street. All that you're gonna see tomorrow in Massachusetts is the rain for the whole day. And that's what you get because this team did not let it rain. 60 degrees and downpouring rain, torrential flooding tomorrow. This team couldn't do anything to close out the game. Brown with a 3, Brown off the back rim, no good, and it's over. Final score, Miami, 111. Celtics come up short, 105, and they're down 0-2 in the series. Just ridiculous. Back-to-back double-digit blown leads. Back-to-back losses by 6 points and 7 points. They ain't learning from their mistakes. Gonna be a while since they got banner 18 with this team. All the talent in the world getting outcoached and outplayed by undrafted players. A player that dropped down 15 points that played starting off his collegiate career at Division III before transferring to Division I. And a dude that lit him up for 25 in this game being Kalen Martin, very close to a career high of 28. Just ridiculous. 2-0. Heat lead the series. In each and every single game, the Celtics look more like the Bruins. Game after game after game. A fluke, a choke, a Celtics. They choked in the big one tonight. They do it all the time. Boston sports knows how to do it best. Choking on big fat chokies. Thanks all for joining in, being a part of the stream. I'll be back tomorrow night. Lakers against Nuggets. We'll see if the Lakers able to steal one tomorrow night. Savage the Legend, really appreciate it for the donate. You guys the legends here on the channel. Before you sign off, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Planning on being back on Sunday. Game number 3. Boston down to 0-2 against the ultimate winner, Jimmy Butler. And he is looking to take this team to a chip with Jimmy Butler. For all the teams that doubted this dude. The Chicago Bulls, the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Philadelphia 76ers picking Tobias Harris over Jimmy Butler. Just an absolute crying shame. The Jimmy Butler right here, playoff Jimmy, about to prove to the entire world that he is the dude come playoff time. Rising in the playoffs. And up 2-0 in the series. And this Heat team just so well coached. It's tough to imagine a team that's this well coached to choke the series now as they're midway through it. 2-0. It's tough to imagine that compared to a Joe Mazzulla type team, 34 years old as a head coach. All the talent in the world. But does all the talent usually get you a chip? No. This Heat team, just an absolute anomaly. This team lost in the play-in, came back and beat the Bulls, and then beat the Bucks in 5. Legit. Thanks all for joining in, being a part here tonight. Gonna wrap up to the channel members. We got Jason, Rajeep, Russell, Oreo Pudding, Bradley, Sister Surround, Braden, Mario, Bino, Mark, John, Kenneth, Tristan, Jess, Ahino Joseph, Vegas, SG Sports Talk, Derek, Ice Baby, Michael, Warren, I Am Ghost, Kelly, Asia, Laszlo, Joe, Roderick, Ronaldo, Didi, Katie, Barco, Chuck, Siegel, Woopig, Ian, Oink Oink, Emmanuel, Robin, and Dave. Thanks all for joining in, being a part in the stream. The Heat up 2-0 in the series, 111-105 the final score. I'll be back tomorrow. Lakers against Nuggets, 8:30 p.m. Thanks all for joining in, and enjoy the rest of your night.